Jesus is real, but you devils taught lies on Christ. So many lies that when we come with the truth, people think that the lies is the truth and that the truth is the lie.
Who changed the truth for God into a lie? In English, Jesus Christ, in Hebrew, is Yahweh Shai. So do or die. The Immaculate Conception is deception, along with the myth of giving gifts on December 25th. Christmas is Satan's clause, the birth of Nimrod, and not the Son of God. To you was kinda odd. On the Passover, Christ was born in the spring. So now we bring the truth about the King of Kings. That's Black Jesus and not Caesar Borgias. And the facts can't be changed. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai.
Hebrew Israelites, Kwam Yashala.
It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High.
We got a school over in Albuquerque. Feel free to drop on by, see Priest S.O.W. The address out there is 501 Copper Avenue, Northwest, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87102. All right. We have kids class. Kids class is every Sunday from 12 to 1 p.m. All right. You can watch previous recorded classes on YouTube under ISBHPK Kids Channel. All right. You can watch our classes live as well on YouTube under ISBHPK Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. Please like, share, and subscribe. All right. Our cable show, our ISBHPK cable show, is coming up this season. All right. So stay tuned for that. And the time and date for that is going to be announced soon. All right. But as far as our blog talk, we have a blog talk radio show, and you definitely want to get a part of that on your way to work in the morning, especially through that morning commute. It'll get your spirit right throughout the day. All right. You go on Blog Talk Radio at blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba, MASHAHBA, and that's Monday through Friday at 9:30. All right. If you want garments, if you want headbands, armbands, girdles, fringed shirts, fringed pants, you can order your garments on Facebook at Israel. All right. If you have any questions pertaining to the topic or off the topic, it's a text only during class. You can text Priest Kazakia at 281-707-2737. All right, that's a text only during class hours. After class, feel free to call. All right. If you want to email your questions, you can email your concerns and questions at isbhbk.org. All right. Any donations, monetary, they help out a lot. Money is a defense, so you can do that. The Wells Fargo number, the account number, is on the screen, as well as the Google Wallet information. That's going to be posted. All right. If you have books, pens, papers, pencils, dictionaries, the older the dictionary, the better. If you have cars, computers, they're all going to be put to good use, and it's all a benefit towards the bringing in of Israel. All right. So what we're going to do is.
I want to just go right into the class so we can get it all out. Go right directly into class, get all this information. Let me see here. Yeah, because if I go into questions, it's going to cut off. So we're going to go directly into this class on hell. Hell on earth. And then we're going to go into the spiritual hell. Now, for brothers and sisters that don't know, by now, the Bible speaks in parables, allegories, symbolism. So a lot of these words have threefold meaning, twofold, threefold meaning. So we went over heaven. We found out heaven had a threefold meaning. You had the heaven of where the Most High dwells. You had the heaven of the firmament. And then you had the heaven which was going to be on earth. The heaven in the spiritual realm, a state of bliss, beauty, peace, joy, and we found out that what is bound in heaven is bound on earth. That was going to be bound on earth, which is peace, joy, happiness, righteousness on earth. So we went over that. Just to reiterate, a lot of brothers and sisters and people don't know that a lot of these words, they're used in different contexts. So, like the word the tree in the Bible can refer to trees as men, right? Regular trees. The word seed can refer to as agriculture. It could be as the seed of man, or it can represent your lineage. So it's these things that a lot of brothers and sisters don't first learn, and therefore, Christianity kind of pigeonholes the understanding when it comes to these precepts, and you don't get the true understanding. So we're going to be talking about hell. Now, we're going to get the spiritual hell, and we're going to get hell on earth. Okay? We're not going to be able to, I know we're not going to be able tonight to go over, when the word hell is used as the actual grave. Okay? We're not going to be able to go over that tonight, but we'll go over it. All right? Y'all see, I'm trying to get a lot of these out for brothers and sisters to clarify, get your mind clear in understanding. So we're going to be talking about the hell on earth. Okay? So let's go right into it, man. Let's go into Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2, verse 2. We went over heaven on earth. So what I try to do is stay away from the scriptures we went over on there. Y'all got all that. So I'm not going to be repeating what we already went over. We know that according to heaven on earth, that is where righteousness dwells. The law is going to be put forth. There's going to be peace. There's going to be order. There's going to be the kingdom of our Father, the Most High, in the name of Christ, through the Israelites ruling the earth. We went over that. But a lot of people don't understand that there is a hell on the earth. I mean, a lot of people don't understand that you're living in hell. You don't understand that. You think that you're living in a place of joy, peace, and I just got to deal with it. A lot of people live like that. Like, this is what life is dealt, and this is what it is. Waking up every day, going to work, don't want to be at work, sad as hell. You know what I mean? Then you come home, tired as hell, drive for work. Have you ever looked over at traffic and you see the other people, they're coming home from work. Everybody's what? Drained, spiritless. That's hell. To be in a consistent, hell is when you put the little mouse in the wheel and he's running nowhere. That's hell. So we're going to go through that and show that this is what the Most High said was going to be on this earth and why. So Habakkuk 2:2, read that.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2.
Yeah.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Yeah.
That he may run that readeth.
Right. See, and everybody, we got to remember that this understanding ain't given to everybody. People think that, you know, God is in this earth. That God is part of this kingdom. We know the Most High controls everything, but we're going to find out that right now the rule is given to the devil. It's given to the wicked. So that's why there's hell on earth. So, you know, a lot of people think, oh no, this is a God-fearing world or God-fearing society. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. America's God-fearing and every other country is the devil. But when you go to every other country, they're like, what? The devil's America. Right? So we're going to get according to the scriptures why the earth is the way it is. Read that. Read on.
Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright.
Did you read 3?
Verse 3.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a lot.
You missed that.
Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right.
But at the end it shall speak.
Right, because this vision that he was given was for an appointed time. This time was to come. Okay? And it was going to speak. And if you don't see it, then you're blind. You're deaf, you're dumb, you're blind. If you don't see what time we're in, what days we're in. Go ahead.
And not lie.
Right.
Though it tarry.
Right. Because at this time it hasn't came. You know, but this was the vision that he was letting them know that would come. Go ahead.
Wait for it.
Right.
Because it will surely come.
Right.
It will not tarry.
Yeah, it will not tarry. Because there was a certain time that the wicked had to rule. There was a certain time that the Most High gave to Esau, to the so-called white man, to rule. To this America, to this Babylon. Whatever label, because the scriptures go through and call it modern-day Babylon, modern-day Egypt. It refers it to the wicked kingdom. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right, and the nation, the kingdom that we're going to rule, we're finding out the reason why it is the way it is today. Why are you not happy? Why there's sadness? Why there's death? Drugs? Why is the food all genetically modified? Why is the water, the air, why is there so much depression, oppression, anxiety, anger, resentment, bitterness? Why? Because the soul in him that is ruling is not upright. You understand that?
God.
Give me that real quick. Hold that. Y'all read that. Go there. Where's it at?
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 2.
Where is it at?
Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 10 and verse 2.
Go ahead. You got a question?
Someone asked a question online.
What's that?
Kendrick Wright asks, what about hell beneath?
What? Okay, he must have just got on. So right now, for y'all that just logged in, I'm going to be going over hell on earth. We're going to be going over the spiritual hell. And then if we get all that out, which I know it ain't going to be in one class. Next class, we'll go over the grave being hell. Because it is spoke in that context also. So y'all don't get it twisted. Hell is spoken about in 3 contexts. Hell as in a condition on earth. Hell as in punishment after death, we're going to find out. And also hell as in the grave. Okay? I mean, just literally the grave. So we're not going to get to the grave yet today. We can get to that next. I'll do another class if we don't get all this out. But there's a lot that I want to go. There's even a lot of stuff that I didn't put in here, you know, because it's so much. But you're going to get the information. All right? So we're going over that right now. And if we can get to it, we'll get to it. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
As the judge of the people is himself.
Right.
So are his officers.
Right. So it says the soul in him is not upright. Why? Because he's not dwelling with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High. So this is why there's so much hurt and pain. As the officer is, as the leader is, so are his minions. So why is the earth the way it is? So read back in Habakkuk. Read that one more time where you're at, Shathak. No, Shathak. Read that one more time where you're at, and you're gonna go back to Habakkuk.
As the judge of the people, is himself.
Go ahead.
So are his officers.
See, so are his officers. So the king is wicked. His soul is not upright. What do you think his kingdom is going to be like? It's going to be death, destruction, pain, anxiety, resentment, bitterness, doubt, all the negative attributes that consume you daily. Unless you got the power, unless you got the spirit on you, right? You dwell in this punishment, in this pain, in this hell, in this condition. So go back to Habakkuk, where you left off at.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right.
But the just shall live by faith.
See, you see that? See, we don't have to be in these conditions. Yes, we're not free totally. We're still servants. But all the spiritual things that hold you down and hold you back, we don't got to be in his mind, in his thought process. So when they say, well, heaven and hell's a state of mind, it is when you apply the spiritual aspect. You see that? Because if you live after their manner, if you live after their spirit, their thinking, the way they feel, the way they tell you, oh no, the only way to fix it is by drugs, drinking, alcohol, then you will live in this hell. But the just is going to live by what? What
faith.
Class?
Faith.
Faith.
What class?
Faith.
The just is going to live by faith.
Sir.
See, the just is going to live by faith. We're not going to live after the code and honor and belief of this wicked society. But now you see why everybody's in hurt, in pain, in suffering, in death, in anxiety, in bitterness, in grudging, in doubt. Why? Because they live after the manner of this society. They live after the manner of this man. His spirit in him is not upright. So you can't live after that corrupt soul. See, go ahead.
Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgressed by the wine.
Because you what?
Transgressed by wine.
Right, because you transgressed by wine. Y'all see that?
Come.
Now, I went over this the other day. What does it mean by he transgressed by wine? Who knows that? Who knows that? Go ahead, Ad.
The wine.
Speak up, speak loud.
The wine doesn't just represent the actual wine as far as drinking, but influence.
Right, it means the influence. So what is he? And we're going to go into that a little more in depth. We've talked about it, but we're going to go into it a little more in depth. His influence through his media, through his TV shows, right?
Come.
Through what their psychology. Through all these things formulate your mind, and therefore you conform to this world instead of being transformed. So you got to watch it and understand. You got to watch and understand and and see if you're conformed to this world or you're conformed to the knowledge of the Most High. See, because that's what's going to keep you in the condition of this hellish mind state. Yeah, we have to live in it, because salvation, we went over the other day, is not going to come to Yahushua HaMashiach comes to get here. Right? Till he delivers out of the actual slavery. But you should know the truth, and the truth is supposed to do what?
Make you free.
It's supposed to make you free. See? So you don't have to be in the mind state. And I'm not going into that tonight. This is not going to be a psychological class, a spiritual class on that. This is more of a knowledge class to show that this kingdom that's ruling on the earth has brought forth hell on earth. Yeah, sis.
That's, you just answered it.
Just answered it, right?
Yeah. My mind back here is...
Yeah. See, we're not going to go over the spiritual aspect, because then we'll be here all night. We're just going to go and show you the knowledge that this is physical hell on earth. And why? Because the soul in him that rules the earth is not upright. He's a demon. He's a demon, man. That's why there's death, destruction, hate, bitterness, murders, all these things on this earth. See, the opposite of what we went over the other day, heaven, glory, peace, unity, peace of mind, all that is what we get right now. That suffering. See, but you don't have to be in that mind. You don't have to be in that mind state. Yeah, sis.
But that influence,
yeah,
that does like dull the mind, right? Like,
if you let it.
Because you brought up depression.
Right.
And that depression makes you stay in the dark.
Right.
So
because you're not, the just shall live by faith. See, we know that his soul ain't upright. So what happens is, because you're not living by faith and by the Spirit of the Most High, you are under the curses. You are under Deuteronomy 28. This is what we're going to go into. You have to understand, people that don't got this knowledge, they're in physical and spiritual. Physical and mental hell. They're in a mental hell out there. Right? The only difference with us is that we're physically bound here by the white man. You can't go set up your own land and keep the laws and commandments and righteousness and cut out faggots and pork and shrimp and lobster and Christmas. You can't do that. You got to be bound. You got to walk into the Walmart on Black Friday and see everybody dive on each other. You got to be bound to that. Right? You got to, every time you turn on TV or you walk in the mall, it's 'tis the season to be jolly. La, 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 la. You got to hear that madness. Right? We're bound to that. But we're not bound to the psychological part. See, they're bound to both. They ain't free in the spirit. That's why the way they free themselves is through the carnal aspect. Or just ignoring it. Oh, you know what? I'm jump back in the matrix, like, you know what? I'm just going to have fun with them. See? But that's when you go into they shall suffer after death. You're going to see that we don't supposed to live after this manner. All right, so come on, read on.
Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
Right.
He is a proud man.
Yeah, and why else is America this place the way it is? Because he's proud. And pride goes before what class?
Destruction.
It goes before what class?
Destruction.
It goes before destruction. So you have destruction before us, right? That's going to lead him to the ultimate destruction. But he don't want to listen. He ain't listening to the laws of the Most High. He's not listening to the commandments of the Most High. He's not doing the will of the Most High, so it's going to be destruction. So we're learning a few things why there's hell on earth before he even gets to the point and tells you that. You're learning why there's hell on earth. The soul in him ain't upright. He's a proud man. What else about this man? Go ahead.
Neither keepeth at home.
Right. He neither keepeth at home. So how does he increase his hell? How does he put hell on everybody? He didn't just leave hell in Europe, in Spain, right, in France, in Italy, right, in England. You know what he did? He brought hell with him to the Americas. In the peaceful people of the islands, of the Caribs, of Mexico, of Puerto Rico, of all of our people scattered all through here, through America, he did what? Brought hell with him. Smallpox, AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, right? All these things that we didn't know about. He brought the liquor, right? The stuff they drink, right? He brought death with him. You understand that? This is what brings hell on earth. Go ahead.
Who enlarged his desire as hell.
Yeah, he enlarged his desire as what?
Hell.
As what?
Hell.
So now you're seeing that the word hell in this context, he's saying your desire and how you gain things through corruption, through pride, through not having the right spirit, your enlargement will be as hell. The things you bring to you is hell. That's why you say it, man. It's hell out here. It's like, man, this is hell. Why? Because it is. It is. When you talk about, well, when you look at the spiritual hell, you're going to see fire, burning, torment. I mean, look around. Right? Torment, burning, fire, a constant beating down of your soul and your spirit. And if you ain't just, if you're not living by faith, guess what? You want to slit your wrist. Come on, man. Look at the statistics on suicide. Look at the statistics on suicide. Nobody wants to live here no more. They want to go straight to the Most High. Why? Because it's hell. It's hell out here. Forgive me. Go ahead. Come on.
And is as death.
It is as what?
Death.
It's death. Nobody wants to be here. But you know what? This is the punishment. This is what we get for disobeying the commandments and statutes and laws of the Most High. Hold that. Go to Second Esdras. Go to Second Esdras. This is what we get. He is as death. Go to Second Esdras. I want to throw this one in here. Second Esdras 6, right? And I think it's Second Esdras 6 and 8. Go to Second Esdras 6 and 8.
Second Esdras, chapter 6.
Read that.
And verse 8.
Go ahead.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac,
right,
when Jacob and Esau were born,
right,
of him,
right,
Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau,
right,
for Esau is the end of the world.
Yeah, it says as death. But is the world over? Is it like that we went up in the smoke or something? No. Why is Esau the end of the world? Because everywhere he go is as death. You brought destruction to every island and part of America. You raped, you robbed, you murdered, you stole, you pillaged, you lied. What?
So, like, what about the caveman part? Like,
the caveman part? Another topic. They are the cavemen. Their original descendants is from the caves, because that's why they're called Caucasians. When you look up the word Caucasian, it means cave dweller. Nobody was living in caves but the white man. We were, man, I was just going over it today, that book I was reading in the car, that's your, Tenochtitlan, Mexico, originally, bro, it said that was bigger than Italy. It said it was bigger than Italy and France. Mexico was a thriving civilization before the Spanish got over there and did what? Jizz on everything and come over there and corrupt it with their Christianity. So when you say there was no, we weren't running around like just like I always say, running around like, what is a toothbrush? I don't know. We need them to come on ships and tell us how to brush our teeth. Come on, man. This land was striving and striving with wisdom, architect. They had government. They had technology. They had utensils and tools. You see that? That they didn't understand. They had agriculture that was running way before they syphilis infested ass came to America. So when you go to your question, when you say about the caveman, they were the caveman. Their people come from caves. When you go into Alta Coesler, the 13 tribes, it tells you that who was it? Help me out here. No, before the Ottoman Turks, they were the, the name is not on my tongue right now. The name that he calls them in Alta Coesler, the 13 tribes. Forgive me, but it's slipping my brain right now. But it says that they wore their clothes, that these cats wore their clothes till they disintegrated. They wore their undergarment till it disintegrated. That's how dirty they were. So no, the caveman was talking about Esau. We had wisdom. Think about it. Adam was given the laws. Abraham was what, BC? So when you talk about cavemen, when you talk about where was the monkeys walking around and not to know how, that was no such thing. The Most High gave us wisdom and understanding from Adam. After that 1,000 years, man, the Most High separated the Adamites from all the other people, right? With wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So we walked with the laws of God. We weren't walking around like eating fleas off of us. Even during the time of Adam, there was people with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got me going in a whole nother subject, though. You know, so come on, read on.
For Esau is the end of the world.
So why is there hell and death behind him? Esau, everything he touched, he turns into a transvestite, into an overthinking, psychological playing with you type of mentality. He makes you double think everything. That's why you think he's called the devil. Because he knows how to manipulate your mind to make you overthink everything. Just like Satan did in the Garden of Eden. You get him, you get his technology, you get his TV. Like, think about it now. It's hard for us to get out of our head whether the earth is round or flat. It's hard for you to get out of your head that the firmament is unbreakable. It's hard. Right? It's hard for you to get out of your head. The scripture said there's springs above the firmament. But you're thinking, damn, they're going in outer space, they traveling. It's hard to believe that. You see that? So the thing is that, why? Because they put from our youth up, they told you lies. They told you what? That the Greco-Roman Empire was when civilization started. So we got to understand why Esau is the end of the world, why his soul in him is not upright, and death and hell follows him everywhere he goes. He told the Chinese man to put off his garments, put off his kimonos, and put on suits. And the Chinese out in China is what? They're having sex with damn dolls and robots and 3D. And that's what they're doing. Why? Because the white man came over there and said, you don't need Buddha no more. You need what? Jesus. Jesus, right? And that Jesus, their Jesus is what? A homosexual faggot transvestite that finger bangs little boys in the altar and tells you it's okay to be that. And I know we beat it in your head, but you know what? If you don't sit back, like I said, what I've been doing and reading this history, a lot more history for these tribes breakdown, you start seeing, man, even in the history, Esau was saying, before the white man got here, we was an intelligent people. We was a loving. We was a kind people. We was tender-hearted. Now all we are is wild animals and beasts. Why? Because the white man came and put that in your mind. He put that in your character, in your feelings, in your emotions. That influence. And when you start studying, you start seeing it more. That's why I'm tripping out like all the stuff that Esau wrote about their own people. And they tell you, man, we weren't even on that. Yeah.
That's that pride, though. They're actually.
That's that pride. Yeah.
Boasting about how
Yeah.
they're taking us down through their
Yep.
manipulation and their acts. That's boasting.
Right. And then when we bring it up, they don't want to hear that true history and the archaeology that has been proven that we were wise and understanding people. They want you to be the, oh no, you're the spicks and border jumpers that need to go back to Mexico with your burrito having ass. You know what I mean? Yeah, red, white, and burrito. We don't need it over here. That's how they want to make you feel like you're stupid, you're ignorant. When, dude, we had technology and wisdom way beyond, before you even came around, buddy. See, but these are the things that they don't want to tell us. Why? Because they want to keep you dumbed down and depending on their wisdom and knowledge. But the knowledge is telling us, man, when they roll, when they come through, it's hell and death. That's why there's hell on earth. Y'all see that, right? Go back to Habakkuk, read it one more time.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Yea, also, because he transgressed by the wine.
Go ahead.
He is a proud man.
Right.
Neither keepeth at home.
Yeah, he need to keep it at home. He goes to every country, every kingdom, and what? Defiles it. Destroys it. Brings in religion in there. His religion. Go ahead.
Who enlargeth his desire is hell.
Right. So whatever he enlargeth, it's as hell. And that's why all these kingdoms and nations now bow down to him. Why? Because he already came in and twisted you. Now you see why these other countries like Iran, and they don't let them come in. What is that, North Korea or South?
South Korea.
Is it South Korea?
No, North Korea.
Or North Korea?
North Korea.
North Korea? You don't want to let them come in. Why? Because they got control over what they can tell the people. Now, I'm not saying the little midget over there is in order with the Most High. But what I'm saying is once America gets over there, oh, that's it. Mini skirts, spandex, the pills, drugs. You know, now if you mess around, they might just chop your damn head off or your arm off. They're not playing. See, but when he comes through, hell and death. Y'all get that? Go ahead, read.
And it says death.
Read.
And cannot be satisfied.
Right, and he cannot be satisfied. His desire of consumption and consuming and partaking in whatever is going on and corrupt and wicked, oh man, he'll have you in it. Why do you think you have so many psychological issues? Because he put a concept in your head. And the concept is, do as thou will. See, y'all gonna see, this is crazy, because when it goes into the spiritual hell, you're gonna see who got you as right in hell, who's gonna put you in hell. The white man's gonna put you in hell. America's gonna put you in hell. And when I say the white man, I mean this concept, the belief, this American ideology, this American thinking. Y'all didn't think like that. Read your history, man. Like, you got your biblical history. Right now that y'all are stable and you're not going to go crazy and you can understand, man, I got to wait till I drop this class on Thursday. It's going to blow y'all mind. You know, and there's a lot of things I'm holding back too because, I mean, it's so much stuff you can put in there. But, you know, the first thing I'm going to touch on is Issachar, the first tribe, so we can smash that real quick. But when you go into it, man, we were a cold people, man. Even though we went off too, we did go off. But we were still, man, even going off, a lot of things we were doing is still trying to lock into the Most High. What's up, sis?
No, I was just gonna say it makes sense why Esau would do the things that they do to get us into hell.
Right.
Because that's where he is. That's where he's going.
Yeah.
He doesn't want
No.
the Most High.
He want to bring everybody with him.
He knows he has all the other nations.
Yeah. That's why he teaches you concepts like there's no God. That's why he teaches you concepts like you're God. That's why he teaches you concepts is like you don't need nobody but a J.O.B.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
From the simplest things of like women not being submissive to their husband.
Yeah. that creates division.
The division in
Now I can rule you though. You can be married to me. Then they come with the homosexuality. They're masters at it. But a lot of times, you know what? Here's the thing about this. You know how we think there's a master Illuminati plan? There is, to somewhat level. But it's in their nature. It's in their nature to be like that. Like, listen. Hopefully they're not watching. But my ribs stepfather is Esau. His of course her mom is Israel. But they're over there with my kids, and this is out of nowhere. Shariah hits me up. She was like, "I want you to hear what they're talking about." I'm like, "What's up? Don't call me though, because we don't have to do that, right?" I'm like, "Tell me what's up." She's like, "Yeah, they're telling me, why do we believe in Hebrews?" Yeah, you're talking to a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old, and an 11-year-old. But you know what that is? That's the devil. Yeah, why do you believe in the Hebrew thing? That's dumb. Oh, and then laughing at them and saying, "Oh, you just don't understand." But that's why I don't have them. That's why we don't trust them. And I didn't trust them. They're the grandparents. But that's why I didn't trust them when they were young. Because you'd be over there feeding them pork on the low, feeding them pepperonis on the low. Y'all got to understand why the Most High said the soul in him is not upright. Why would you do that? I thought America was about do as you like, do as you will, right? But why when it comes to our thinking, you want to pull us out of it? Go to Job 9:24. This is what the Most High is saying, man. Hell and death, and finish that in Habakkuk while he gets Job 9:24. Finish that in Habakkuk, and then you read Job 9:24, Shatai. Go ahead.
Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
Right, we read that.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Read.
Who enlarges his desire is hell.
Read.
And is his death.
Read.
And cannot be satisfied.
He can't be satisfied. Read.
But gathered unto him all nations.
Right.
And heaped unto him all people.
Right, because he does what? He wants to get everybody in this Babylonian orgy mind state. We're just one nation, everybody, no nation. You're not black, you're not white, you're not Chinese, you're American. And that way you don't have no culture. Your culture is the American culture. See, read that where you at, Job 9:24.
Job chapter 9, verse 24.
Go ahead.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Esau's the what class?
Wicked.
No, Esau is the end of the world. That's why he said, Esau. Who's running the earth? Esau is running the earth. Every nation has to bow to Esau. Every nation has to bow to this system. And if you don't, isn't Trump showing you what happens when you don't bow to America? They bully you. They bully you into following the way they think, they feel, their beliefs. And if you don't, you're going to be punished. So when it says Esau's the end of the world, who brought hell on earth? Esau. Why? Because the way he thinks, the way he teaches, the way he believes, right? He brought this hell in this condition. And we know the Most High punished us through him and put him over us, yes. But when we talk about hell on earth, we got to understand why and what is hell on earth. It's the conditions. It's the mind state. It's the not happiness. It's the working. It's the death. It's the blood. It's the drugs. It's homosexuality running rampant. It's men cutting off their penises and saying they're women. It's women transforming and taking pills to turn themselves into boys. That's hell. You don't think that's hell? That's hell. For you to wake up and know and have to send your kids to this society and school and this life, and then have to be like, damn, I hope they don't turn into a faggot, a transvestite, a drug dealer, a murderer, an idolater. Dang, I hope if I don't send them around the grandparents or my cousins, they don't child molest them. Right?
God.
You sit back and you look at your kids and like, dang, They got to grow up in this? What you was going to say?
The influence is so thick and so
Yeah.
heavy. It's like it is pure hell because there's no escape from it except through
The Most High.
through the Most High and the Word.
It's the only way.
And our minds being rooted into this because it can make you like want to hate your life and not want to be.
There you go.
You know, a part of anything.
Yeah, you got to have, man, you got a lot of brothers and sisters, man, that, you know, that's on the liquor, drinking, doing drugs. And they're like, they don't know how to live in this wicked society. He said, I pray that you take them not out of the world, but that you strengthen them in it. But it's what? It's hell. That's why this is happening. But listen, if you go back to that heaven class, there is a reason to fight. There is a reason to fight against this. And it gets deeper too. All right, so read that one more time. Job 9:24, then give me Proverbs 29:2.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, the earth is in the hand of the devil. So yeah, this is the devil's kingdom. The Most High gave them a time to rule. Right? To rule on this earth. Esau is the end of the world. It's their time. It's given into the hand of the wicked. And until their time is up, until the righteous seed is sown, we gonna be here. That's why you gotta fight daily. If you ain't fighting spiritually daily, you gonna give yourself over to this. And then what? Then you gonna suffer now, then suffer after death? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You will suffer now. All you did was work all your life. Work hard as hell. A job in unhappiness. The clubs is over. When you're done with the clubs, drinking, partying, what then? You want to settle down with a child and a family, then what? You get some people that ain't even happiness to them. Right? They stop partying, they stop the drugs, they stop the drinking, and they what? Oh, I'm going to settle down and be a family man. And then they realize, I still don't have purpose. See, you have to have a vision. Your vision got to be spiritual. It got to be this knowledge. Go ahead and read it again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah, and that's why he's always covering up who we are. He's always covering up your history, your archaeology, the anthropology that comes up about you. They're not telling you the stuff, the images they're digging up that are dark black men, black women from the past. They're not telling you that. They're not telling you, oh yeah, we found this archaeology in Israel and King David, he had cornrows. They're not telling you. They're like, no, you're not the Israelites. They're not telling you that. He covers the faces of the judges. They're not telling you your history when you go to school. They're telling you how the Greeks and Romans conquered and you was Shaka Zulu running around butt naked. Yeah, you was a slave. And you didn't know how to do nothing till Master came over. Go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
And the question is, if he's not the devil, if he's not the one bringing hell and death, then who is? Go ahead, read.
Verse 25.
Go ahead.
Now my days are swifter than a post.
Go ahead. No. Go from there. Go to Proverbs 29:2.
Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2.
Proverbs 29:2. Read that.
When the righteous are in authority,
go ahead.
The people rejoice.
When what?
The people rejoice.
When the righteous are in authority, what?
The people rejoice.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So, why is the land hurting? Why is the people hurting? Why is the earth destroyed? Because the righteous are in authority. Because him that is ruling the earth, his soul in him, his spirit in him is not upright. And he's bringing nothing but hell and death. Go ahead.
But when the wicked beareth rule,
go ahead.
The people mourn.
It said when the wicked bear rule, what?
The people mourn.
It said the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Because his desire is his hell and death. He's not ruling with the laws of the Most High. Go to Isaiah 24, verse 5. Why are we mourning? You thought this was peaches and cream because it's nice outside and you can walk down and you can buy your crumpets. Yeah. Huh? You can go to Starbucks. It's like you got a Starbucks demon. People think, man, because they got a Starbucks that America, we free. I'm sick and tired of that. Every series, if it's not wine, it's your Starbucks up. Make you feel, and they hold it a certain way that shows you, it makes you feel like it's comfort. Like America's comfort. It's little things like that I pick up on. Get that damn Starbucks cup out of my face. Why? You figure like, ooh, I'm drinking my coffee. I'm here in America. I'm free. I'm happy. Then you walk up in your little corporate office and what? With your little shoes and your little tight dress, and you feel what? I'm free. I'm here. I have arrived. America gave you purpose, man, and the black man and the Hispanic man, y'all just, you put your nose up under their butt and you run with it until they what? Take away that 401k, or until they pull your little black child out the car and beat his ass to death. Then you realize what? No justice, no peace. Then you realize the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Why, God? Why? Because the wicked rule. He been telling you that. He been trying to show you that. But our people ain't awake. They don't hear that. You get out of class and you go right back into zombie mode. Go ahead, read.
Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Go ahead.
Because they have transgressed the law.
Why is the earth given into the hand of the wicked?
Because they have transgressed the law.
Why everywhere he go is death and hell?
Because they have transgressed the law.
Why is the water bad?
Because they have transgressed the law.
Why is pork the other white meat?
Because they have transgressed the law.
Why is our people next door to us walking in there and eating crawfish, catfish, you know what I mean, doo-doo fish? If they had a fish called doo-doo fish, our people would be going in there smiling with their fake ass hair, smelling like blunts and 40s. They'd be walking up in there, coming out smelling like somebody's bad bottom parts. Why?
Because they have transgressed the law.
Because the white man gave you a dream, America gave you a dream, and it's hell and death, and you're happy with it. You made your bed in hell. You made your bed in hell. You're like, yeah, this is y'all tripping. You're angry. Hit the brother up to the one who was asking me why am I smiling. Tell him to watch this class today so he can see I'm angry. You understand? That's the thing. Like we're not happy. We're not happy. It's not comfortable here in America. You're not gonna make me believe everything is okay when you can kick in my door at any time, shoot me in the face, and just say, his ice cream, we thought it was a gun. His remote, his TV remote, we thought it was a gun. It was so dark, we thought it was a gun. Right? You can kill me for no reason. Hell and death. Because they transgressed the law. Because why? Read on.
Change the ordinance.
They did what?
Change the ordinance.
They changed the order. God said God, Christ, man, woman. He said no. White man. Women. Right? He said white man. He said the white man. Then he said the white woman. Right? Then he came back and said, we gave you a job. Right? We gave you a dream. Right? You know, you can add a lot more stuff in there too. It's just not coming to my head right now. Then after all that stuff you add, then he said the black woman. That's your God. Then he said after that, your children. That's your God. Right? Then he came back over that. Then he said after that, you know what I mean, that police dog. That's your God. Let me stop.
That's the truth, though.
Your ass would get murdered for a police dog. That's how much you're worth. Because he transgressed the law. He changed the orders of things. That's hell. That's hell for your life to be less worth. Your life is worth less than a dog.
A dog that they hold no respect to anyways.
That they don't even treat right. But they do it, why? Because they want to show you, nigga, you're a fifth of a man now. That's in the Constitution. Right now, you're less than dirt. That's why they treat our people with no respect. And that's why they what? They feed you the food of a dog. Here, you take that. That's good for you. But they're going to eat the best things. They're going to make sure they're healthy. They're whole. They're teaching their kids, oh, you know what? You think. Be intelligent. Be wise. What?
It kind of makes me think about where I work. Like, there's a lot of Judah people that come and they're like, I need something to help me lose weight.
Yeah.
So the first question we always ask, like, how is your eating and do you exercise?
Right.
I don't exercise and I eat whatever I want to eat. So I always tell them, I was like, I can sell you anything and everything in this store and tell you you're going to lose weight overnight. It's not going to happen. I was like, change your diet, start exercising, and
there you go. Back. There you go. But with the slave mentality is what? Master, could you give me something? Right?
Yeah.
Could you give me something, please? Because they don't think without you.
Not
they
seek you first the kingdom of God and His righteousness.
No. They're not thinking about we were wise, intelligent people and wisdom beyond your imagination. They're thinking what? I'm a slave. I'm here. Hey, I'm a black man. I'm an Afro-American, and you guide me. You tell me. They're not thinking like the thoughts of the knowledge of the Bible. So that's hell, man. Come on, read.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, they broke. When you talk about hell on earth, they have broken every law on earth. Why do you think everything's hell and death? Everything is. Because they've broken every law that was supposed to be upheld. If the Bible says it, they're going to do opposite. Or add to it and make it opposite. Perverted. Go ahead.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
Now, why is it hell and death? Because the what?
The curse devoured the earth.
The curse of who? This man. That's why there's hell on this earth. Because everything he does, it devours, it destroys, it doesn't build. It's made up that way. I was thinking about that the other day. Man, they can make cars not breaking down so easily. You got space technology that goes 2,000 miles per hour, right? And that doesn't burn up under this heat, supposedly, right? Let's just play with this one. But the car is going to break down after 100,000 miles. They created that way. See, everything is consumed. Come on, read on.
And they that dwell therein are desolate.
Yeah, and everybody here on this earth is desolate. So yeah, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All the other kingdoms of the earth also are wicked and corrupt. Why? Because they ain't following these laws either. But we know the beast controls them. Go ahead.
Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burnt.
Right? Read.
And few men left.
Yeah, few men left. Like, how many billions of people on the earth and how many dying daily because of your cancer and your AIDS, your artificial foods. So this is what hell is. Hell is going and biting into an apple, and you know what? It's genetically modified. That's hell. That's death. You understand that?
God.
Go back to Habakkuk 2 verse 8.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8.
Habakkuk 2 and 8.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because they did what?
Spoiled many nations.
Yeah, because they took in all of our history, all of our archaeology, all the things that would make America great, really, You're so corrupt in your mind, your concepts won't even use those things. When you look at the agriculture and the politics of, and I'm just going from what I was studying on. I'm sure Judah, all the other tribes, the nation of Israel, when you go back, I'm just going back to the 1500s. Imagine if we go back further than that, how we lived and bartered and we lived in brotherhood. If you walking, it's just the laws. You're going to leave food in your fields so your brothers can eat. They don't do that. You try to take food, they shoot you. Right? The homeless, they're doing what? You can't sleep here. We was downtown last weekend, and what were they doing? When the homeless sits on the corner, the cop got on the curb with his car and start pushing them off the curb with his car. Animals, man. They're animals.
Like he was going to run them over?
Yeah. See? Because why? How they think, and they do that in every nation. That's why when we say, well, when you think of the police officer, we don't give a damn if he's black or white or Chinese. We say to what? Damn pigs. Right? Why? Because it doesn't matter. They're all minions of the leader. As a leader is so of his officers, and they train them to be demons just like them. Shoot to kill. Right? Not shoot to, how many, everybody can have beanbag guns. But they ain't worried about that. Everybody can have tasers. They ain't worried about that. They want to what? Murder. So this is how they build. This is why death is on earth. This is why we got to live. We got to live in this way for disobeying the commandments of the Most High. Now you see what life can be. This is what life can be like. And we're so taboo. What's the word taboo, right? No, jaded. We're so jaded. This is life to you. Some of you are protected by the Spirit. You're like, this is life, man. Get over it. And you're not understanding, no, this is hell. The Most High has put hell on earth to show you. That's why when the kingdom comes, that's why when you read about heaven and all the things, you sit here, some of y'all sit here, and when we went over that class, y'all were just like, Con, yeah, when is that going to happen? Sure. Power, rulership, and authority. You don't never see yourself up over the white man and the roles change. You just like, you can't even imagine it. I went over that heaven class. I watched y'all. Y'all are like, Con, yeah, I got to go to work, man. Why? Because you in hellish conditions. You in hell and torment. You're like, listen, Con, we're in hell, but I got to work for that paycheck to get my lights paid. Because that's the way he made it. See, and that's why he said if you don't live by faith, you're not going to be just. You're going to be corrupt just like them. You're going to be wicked just like them, man. Come on.
Right, because your paycheck becomes your God.
Yeah, your check becomes your God. Oh, I got to worry about me and mine. Con. Well, then that's going to be exactly how you live. Back in slavery. Back in that slave mind state. Go ahead.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Go ahead.
All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Right. You see that? So we know the outcome. What's going to happen to them? The remnant of the people is going to spoil them. Go ahead.
Because of men's blood. And for the violence of the land.
Right. It said because of what blood?
Men's blood.
Because of what blood?
Men's blood.
Men's blood. Why is the earth blood? Why is the earth in hellish conditions?
Because of men's blood.
Because of men's blood that they have spilled on this earth. You think God is happy that this is we're in a righteous paradise? Nah, man. And it doesn't have to be like this. Go ahead, read.
And for the violence.
And for the what?
And for the violence.
Go ahead. And for the what of the land?
Violence of the land.
Yeah, and for the violence of the land. That's why we're in hell. That's why he said he enlarges it as hell. Go ahead.
Of the city.
Go ahead.
And of all that dwell therein.
Read.
Verse 9. Woe to him that covereth in evil,
that coveteth,
in evil covetousness.
Yeah, read.
To his house.
Go ahead.
That he may set his nest on high.
You want to know why we in hell? Because everything the white man has gotten is through rape, robbery, murder, stealing, and pillaging. And you know, like the brother Mark, I was talking to him today. And y'all all know this. You go work for your company and you get what? 30,000. If you're lucky, you get 30,000 a year. They make 30,000 a day. They make 30,000 a day. And what does he do to you? He gives you crumbs. You built corporations and companies, and what? You get crumbs. You get to go back to your little house, but you're happy with that. You think, yeah, that's the way it is. What are we supposed to do? You see that? Yeah.
Even worse than that is like at AT&T, they have you build this type of technology to work yourself out of a job.
Wow.
Yeah, so you build and put all this stuff together so that you don't have to go and do that job that you do.
Right. The robots are going to do it now. You build the robots, you build the system, you program, and then what? That program, now, oh, we don't need you no more. Thanks, Bob.
Exactly.
Thanks, William. We got you. Go ahead. Read on.
That he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Right. So you see that? See, the thing is that they build everything they build so they can be delivered, right? So they can be set on high. They can be comfortable, but you go right back to where? The ghettos and the slums. You still go back to the last hire, the first fire. Go ahead.
Thou hast consulted shame.
Go from there. Read that last verse.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people.
Go ahead.
And hast sinned against thy soul.
Ooh. He has sinned against his own soul. Why do you think he's going to be cast into hell? Yeah, sis.
So that he may be delivered from the power of evil. I don't understand. He is the evil.
But that's the point. He thinks, I'm going to stay away from all the things that's out there, the death and the destruction, by what? Hiding. I'm going to go hide in the caves, or I got my little bunker under the earth. Or I got my little mansion on top of the hill. That way when all the chaos breaks out in your communities, I'm up on high and I'm like, nah, bring the chopper around. You jump in the chopper and he's gone. Yeah, we're going to go to the spaceships and be in outer space while you guys are going crazy down here. So he thinks, right? In Revelations it said they shall hide themselves in the cliffs of the rocks. Right? But nah, they're not going to escape. All right, go from there. Go to 2 Corinthians 4, verse 4. So hopefully y'all getting the gist of this. According to Habakkuk 2, the scriptures is telling you, it says they enlarge their desire as hell. So now we're understanding that this word hell is used in the context of corruptness, wickedness, death, crack babies, bloodshed, death, destruction. All these things is what is bringing hell on earth. So hopefully y'all understanding the context that this word is used in. Yeah.
A brother had a question online.
Yeah, go ahead.
He said, Shalom, so you're saying hell is real place, so you're saying hell is a real place like demons with pitchforks? Just asking, I'm confused on that aspect of it. I know that this is hell in America.
Right. So for y'all that just probably got on, we're going to go into hell on earth. I keep saying it. But then we're going to talk about the spiritual hell after. So give it a second. Give it a second. We're going to go into the spiritual aspect after. Let us get this one out the way. All right? Go ahead, read.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
In whom the God of this world hath blinded their minds.
Go ahead.
The mind of them which believe not.
Right. And what else did he do? What else did the devil, what else did this man whose soul in him is not upright, what else did he do? He blinded the minds of the people. That's hell on earth. To walk around and not know your nationality, not know your identity, not know who you are, and to think you come, like you just said, what about the cavemen, right? To think you're people, you come from the caves, that's total ignorance. That's hell. Right? right? And for y'all that keep asking, we're going to get into the spiritual hell. We're going to get into the spiritual hell. We're just knocking this one out of the way. Showing that when you read Habakkuk 2 and 5, the context of what it's talking about, he says he enlarges his desire as hell. It's showing you the word hell is used in a different context. The problem is when we read this word hell, we don't understand that it's written in meaning different contexts. So that's why we have to explain it, that in this context, that it's talking about hell on earth. We're going to go into the spiritual hell, that it means the afterlife and conditions of punishment and pain after life. And then it also talks about the grave being hell. So there's three also ways it speaks about this word hell. Let us get through it though. Everybody's like, well, get to the point. I'm trying to get this over with, and then we'll get to the next. All right, so read that again, 2 Corinthians 4:4, and then give me Revelations 17 and 4.
In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Right, you see that? So this is why there's hell on earth, because you got people blind and deaf and dumb walking around, hurt and pain. And when you think about even the spiritual hell, think about all the torments and pains and sufferings that is going to be there. We're going through that now. You're walking around with diseases and illnesses and hurting and pain and suffering, right? And mental suffering. This is what hell looks like. Go ahead.
Least the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of the Most High,
right,
should shine upon them.
Yeah, man. That's why if you don't dwell in the light, you dwell in what?
Darkness.
Right. Go to Isaiah 60. If you don't dwell in the light, you dwell in the darkness. So it's just showing you, man, that there is a hell on earth. Go to Isaiah 60 verse 1. Let me throw that one in there. And then go to Revelation 17. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1.
Go ahead.
Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For, behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
Go ahead.
And gross darkness the people.
And gross darkness. That's now. Y'all thought it was all peaches and cream because you go outside. No, there's so much filth and disgust around us. Child pornography. Child slavery. You understand? Bro, on our street, just drive down at night. It's a horror infestation of majority of who? The children and the daughters of Zion. Nothing but whores down this street. That's hell, man. For you to drive down the street and see your sisters out there butt-ass naked. Right?
God.
And the guy right there, the pimp is right out there, and the police passing by like it's nothing. That's hell on earth. This ain't heaven. This ain't God bless America. This says gross darkness to people. Go ahead.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee.
Right.
And his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Right. And it will. But we're not going into that. Let's stick to the point. Go to Revelation 17 and 4. And then we're going to finish up. We got a few more scriptures finishing up the physical. And then we're going to go into the spiritual. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple.
Go ahead.
And scarlet color.
Right. Now this woman is, the semblance of this woman is when you look over at that Statue of Liberty. Right? But that Statue of Liberty is a representation of what we're reading here. That just didn't pop up. It represents what we're reading here in the Bible. Go ahead.
And decked with gold and precious stones.
Right. Because this representation is talking about this beast, this kingdom, this nation. Okay? And it says deck with what is silver and gold? What did it say?
Gold and precious stones.
Gold and precious stones. Go ahead.
And pearls.
Go ahead.
Having a golden cup.
Right.
In her hand full of abominations.
No, it's not full of scissor.
Of abominations.
It's full of abominations. And that's this nation. is full of abominations. Everything they hold and everything they represent and everything they give to you, that's why he says he transgresses by wine. Because in his cup, he's not giving you liquor. He's giving you abomination. Here, take a sip of this homosexuality. Here, take a sip of our politics. Here, take a sip of our American dream. So I can put you in the haze of getting high and blunts and pills and 40s. Right, that's the abomination. Go ahead.
And filthiness of her fornication.
Read.
And upon her forehead was a name written.
Go ahead.
Mystery. Babylon the Great.
Right, because it's not the Babylon of the past. It's greater than that Babylon. It's known as Babylon the Great. See? Now, who knows the scripture that links with that to show that Esau is the daughter of Babylon? Who knows that scripture? So this mystery, this Babylon the Great, is talking about Esau. I think it's Psalms. Hold that. I'm going to start asking y'all, man, because y'all got to get on point. It's Psalms. I didn't even have it in here, but since we're going over it.
Psalms 137 and 8.
I think it is. You might be correct, my sister. Just to show what it's talking about, read that. Psalms 137 and 7. Psalms 137 and 7. Read that. And then we're going to jump back. Read.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
Right. Remember the children of Edom. See? So we can understand who it's talking about in Revelation 17. Go ahead.
Who said?
Who said raise it?
Raise it.
Raise it.
Raise it.
Go ahead.
Even the foundation thereof.
Go ahead.
O daughter of Babylon.
They're the what?
Daughter of Babylon.
They're the what?
Daughter of Babylon.
Go ahead.
Who are to be destroyed.
Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone.
So we know the outcome. But that's the precept to show you that Revelation 17 and 5 is speaking of, it's not speaking about the Babylon in the past. It's speaking of the daughter of Babylon, the little whore right now. She sits around and she has great abominations. Jump back to 17 and 5.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written.
Go ahead.
Mystery. Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Right. So we have to understand, you're going to read verse 6, that this nation that is ruling has brought hell on earth. That's why the first scripture I went to was Habakkuk, to show you when it says enlarge his desires hell, it ain't no like it's just hell because it just happened. It's hell because the wicked brought it. The wicked ruled the earth and they put, excuse me, they put drugs, they put homosexuality, they put death and destruction here on this earth. It said the God of this world has blinded the people. All right, so read on to verse 6.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
Yeah, that's why it's hell. Because this ain't nothing but a kingdom that's built on blood. Death, destruction. Go ahead.
And with the blood of the martyrs.
And the blood of the martyrs, the ones that died for Yahushua. Go ahead.
Of Yahushua.
Read.
And when I saw her,
uh-huh,
I wondered with great admiration.
Right? Right. So now we have to understand that this nation is ruling. There's no, the spiritual demon, Satan didn't bring it. He gave it to his physical counterpart, the so-called white man, the Edomite nation, to rule and bring forth hell and death. Remember that. Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is it that followeth. He said the blood of the martyrs. Go to Numbers 35:33. So just to continue showing why is the land, why is the earth in a hellish condition. Go to Numbers 35:33. Let me get these out here quick. And then Revelations 18 and 24. Come on.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 33.
Go ahead.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
Go ahead.
For blood it defiled the land.
For blood defileth the land. So that's why the earth is defiled of the inhabitants thereof. That's why the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, because this how America was created. They defiled the land. They destroyed it with the blood shed that's been shed here in America. And they don't stop. Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
Read.
But the blood of him that shed it.
Read it right. Come on.
But by the blood of him that shed it.
Right. So but by the blood of him that shed it. So he has to be taken down. The wicked has to be overthrown. This is how we're going to come out of this condition of hell and captivity. And like I said, I'm not going over the heaven scriptures. Y'all know the outcome. Deuteronomy 28, Revelations 18 and 24, and then Deuteronomy 28 and 20. I'm going to knock these out, and then we're going to get into the spiritual aspect. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
And in her was found the blood of prophets.
Right.
And of saints.
Yeah, that's why this is hell. Because not only did they beat us, destroy us, kill us, in the year 2018, it's still happening. The blood of the saints is being shed throughout the world. But here in America, guess what? It's the most. It's the most where the blood of the saints is being murdered and shed. Go ahead.
And of all that were slain upon the earth.
Right. That's why this is hell. Because you can't walk out your house being a black man and live and think freedom. Right? A Mexican woman, a Mexican man, you better watch it. You look at World Star, look at YouTube. Go back to Mexico, go back to your land. Get out of here. Why? Because this is hell. Why would you want to be here anyway, right? Go from there, go to Deuteronomy 28 and 20.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
The Lord shall send upon thee curses.
The Lord shall do what?
Send upon thee curses.
Yeah, this is a curse, man. This ain't happiness. The scriptures say, depart ye, get out of here. This is not your rest. Right? Arise and depart. This is not your rest. It said cursing and what?
Vexation.
And what?
Vexation.
Yeah, you're vexed. And what is vexing you? Right? The ghettos, the slums, the dope. I walked out the other day, walked out the movie theater. I hate when a pound of cigarettes just hit me in the face. It vexes me. Right? It's just like, damn, why do you even have to be here? But it's vexing. It's vexing to send my kids off to their schools. It's vexing. It's vexing to watch TV shows and see homosexuality and everything. And drugs. And death and destruction. It's vexing. Are you vexed?
Good.
God.
God?
God.
I know, man. Don't let him beat you down. The white man will beat you in submission. You're like, I'm vexed, but I'm going to do what Master said. You got to fight back. You got to hate the evil. Stand up. Go ahead.
And rebuke.
And what?
Rebuke.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Vexing and rebuke. That's what's here in America. That's what's on this earth. And yes, guess what? It consumed the Israelites, but because it consumed the Israelites, now it consumes the whole world. They thought it was just going to be on us, right? They thought, oh, we got a plan. We're going to destroy the chosen. It's coming right back on them. Right in the ghettos and the slum. Now they got to worry about the meth. They got to worry about the coke. They got to worry about the crack. Why? Because you reap what you sow. Your children was going to be dashed to pieces. Right? You thought it was going to be just our children. Guess what? Now you got to worry about your little meth babies. See? Most High is not playing, man. He's not joking. But that's death. That's hell. I was looking at World Star, man. The kid ate his father's meth thinking it was cereal. Esau. He ate the father's meth thinking it was cereal. You serious? Like, let me get a bowl of that. That's death and hell follows you. Read.
And all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do.
That's hell. No matter where you go, you get up in that manager position, you thinking like, damn, I'm finna make it. Tyrone, could you come in here? We know you just made manager. We know you went from 20 to 30,000 a year, but we gotta let you go. We gotta cut costs. You just made it to manager. You was singing it, keep hope alive. He called you in there. You know what I mean? He was like, listen, we're moving you up. You were singing it. Glory, I don't know the old Negro spirituals.
Glory, hallelujah.
Yeah, glory, hallelujah. You know, and you were singing it all the way. You thought you made it. Next week he called you and we got to let you go, buddy. Why? Because you put your trust and your hope. But it was vexation of spirit. Right? You put 30 years into there. What happened? They called you and said, what? We got to let you go, man. Companies, you know, downsizing. See, that's hell. That's vexation. Read.
Until thou be destroyed.
Until you be what?
Destroyed.
Until you've been here in America, what? 20, 30 years. And they say what?
Destroyed.
They put ISIS on you. Because you came in and you spake Spanish and they did what? No burritos over here. They call ISIS on you. ICE on you, right? ICE. Immigration, what? I forgot the name of it. And they were like, they send your ass back to Mexico. And then if you had your kids with you, guess what? They got them in a box, in a shell, feeding them all kind of damn defiled foods. Yeah.
I cut a lot of Hamites.
Yeah.
And, I was cutting one of my Hamite buddies.
Say it a little louder so they can hear you.
Yeah, I was cutting one of my Hamite buddies, and he was like, he just married his woman from Nigeria.
Yeah.
But he got citizenship here.
Yeah.
It was like Trump wouldn't allow her into the country.
Right.
So now he have to go move back.
He got to move back over there. Why? Yeah. Not welcome. The land of the home, the free and the brave. Not welcome. Cursing and vexation. Go ahead.
Until thou be destroyed.
Until will you be what?
Destroyed.
All right, what verse is that?
This is still 20.
Go ahead.
And until thou perish quickly.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. Cursing and vexation. This kingdom, this world, this society ain't joy and peace and happiness. It's only moments. When you do get a little wine, then you take some joy in when you look at your children and your kids. But then when you look back out there, you gotta what? You gotta frown up. You gotta look and say, nah, this ain't, you know, like the brother said, what you smiling about, black man? Right? It is, because it's cursing and vexation. Go ahead.
Because of the wickedness of thy doing.
But why? We know why the white man is the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is it that followeth. Because it's our doing. Right? We know what we did. But you loved it. You like it. You want it. And even now, our people, man, we get this knowledge, we get this word. They're like, come. But nigga, I'm going to work. And I'm going to die for the white man. I'm going to live for the white man. I'll join the military. And what? After 20, go to verse 43. Go ahead.
Whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Right. It says, whereby you forsaken him. Jump to verse 43.
Verse
43 and 44.
Verse 43.
They give me Psalms 80. Go ahead.
The stranger that is within thee.
Go ahead.
Shall get thee up above thee very high.
That's how you know you in hell. Because no matter how long your people been here in America, you're still a nigga, a spick, a spook, a wetbag, a border jumper, a water beetle, a fried chicken, watermelon eating, spear chucking,
wide nose breathing.
Wide nose breathing.
Thinking you're better dancers when you're not.
When you're not, And that's how they look at you. No matter what you say, no matter how much you march or dance, you're in hell. Go ahead, read 40, where I said.
Verse 43.
Go ahead.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Yeah, they can get loans like this. Come from Nigeria. They can come from Nigeria and China, get like this. Right? But you've been here and you're what? You can't get a dang loan. It ain't for you. Why? Because it just don't make sense on paperwork. Go ahead.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Go ahead.
He shall lend to thee.
He shall what?
Lend to thee.
This is hell. Read.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
Go ahead.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Remember that, nigger. You're the tail. And that's how they look at us. I don't care if you're a Spanish-speaking nigga, a Caribbean nigga, nigga, that look at you as like, it don't matter. You still a nigga. They don't got no respect. That's hell. To be judged by your color. You understand this? Go from there. Go to Psalms 80 and 4, Lamentations 2:15. Let me see if I can get this last hour and go over the spiritual aspect. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 80 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
O Lord God of hosts,
how
long wilt thou be angry against the prayer of thy people?
Yeah, that's hell. For the Most High to turn his back on you and leave you in vexation and rebuke. Right? For your mama to be on dope, daddy on crack, cousin killed in the streets. That's hell. Go ahead.
Thou feedest them with the bread of tears.
Read.
And givest them tears to drink in great measure.
Yeah, that's your drink. You drinking with tears. That's that fake happy. You doing that. You doing that right there. Like, yeah, you having fun? I'm having joy. You're not having joy. You faking. You faking it. You going out with your friends trying to act like everything regular, like you a part. When you know damn well you could be pulled out anytime. You could be rebuked at any time. You could be put in chastisement and chains anytime. Go ahead.
Thou makest us a strife unto our neighbors.
You make a what?
Strife unto our neighbors.
Yeah, you make us a strife unto our neighbors. They look at you like it's an argument for to happen. You a problem. Go ahead.
And our enemies laugh among themselves.
Wow, man. You hear this? It says the enemies laugh among themselves. Lamentations 2:15. Come on and read it, quick.
Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15.
Down to 17.
All that pass by clap their hands.
Come on, read. Somebody read.
All that pass by
let him read
clap their hands.
Let him read. Come on, Lamentations. You still on that? Somebody read. Come on.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
Go ahead.
They hiss and wag their head at the daughters of Jerusalem.
Yeah, they hiss and wag their head. Like the sister I seen earlier. I'm like, come on now. You gonna put that much weave in your head? Like this shit's all the way down to the back of your you from the islands. Girl, stop it. But why? Because they look at us and we got no standard, no code. We let this society, man, put us down and we became one with hell. Watch, check this out. Go ahead.
Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Yeah, no, it's not. We're no longer the beauty because we're the children of hell. Read.
The joy of the whole earth.
Read.
All thy enemies have opened up their mouth against thee.
Everybody's talking about us, laughing at us. I'm sure there's websites, I'm sure there's YouTubes just clowning the black man. Clowning our classes. Why? Because they're like, these people are never going to be nothing. And we won't unless we lock into the spirit of the Most High and Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai, this Bible makes us something. Just like I was telling the young brother earlier. We gotta break the cycle. LeBron James was talking about how he broke the cycle of poverty. Yeah, okay. But we gotta break the cycle of the ignorance that brought poverty and slavery and captivity. It wasn't money that's bringing you up. Why? Because Trump showed you you're still a dumb nigger. Not even Nigga. don't matter. You can have all the money you want. Spray on your house. Nigga, go home. You understand that?
God.
That's hell. Read.
We have swallowed her up.
Read.
Certainly, this is the day that we looked for.
Yeah, and that's what they look for. They swallowed us up. Go to Isaiah 5, verse 13. Come on.
I thought you said over there.
Just Isaiah 5:13.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
See, and because how we are, how we think, how we have no knowledge, it says we're gone into what?
Captivity.
Read.
Because they have no knowledge.
That's why you're in slavery. That's why you're in hell. Because you have no knowledge. Like I said, you can be out of this hell. You don't got to go with the guy that his soul is not upright. The problem is that you just think, you just have not been shown any other way. I am the way, the truth, and the life. You don't believe that. You're thinking like we were telling a young brother the other day. Like, damn, what happened to brotherhood and unity? What happened to a friend? A brother's born through adversity. You turn your back on us for $1? If it was about $1 here, take it. See, but Israel don't think like that. You know what I mean? They're going back to Nino Brown. I'll shoot you and I'll kill you for that $1. I'll sell my family out for that $1. Who's been left? Whoever trusted in the Lord and was confounded? Who was ever begging for bread? Who? None. See, but the problem is they go right back to that American dream. I got to get mine, nigga. You got to get yours. Brotherhood, shit. Brotherhood ain't no brotherhood. I got to get mine. Read.
And their honorable men are family.
Yeah, you see that? Quick to turn on the Most High. Quick to turn on your duty and your service. Why? Because the honorable men are famished. The honorable men, they're famished. They dried up. You see them? They're like, you look at their eyes and their face, there's no confidence, no strength. Right? Because they're not locking into the laws and commandments of the Most High, the will of the Lord. Go ahead.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Go ahead.
Therefore, hell had enlarged herself.
Are y'all understanding that the context of hell is saying that because we don't got no knowledge, hell here, our hell on earth have enlarged with more ignorant niggas. You got more ignorance. Hell has enlarged ourselves. That's why we got ghettos in the slums. You want to go get shot? Go down there and act stupid. You want to get murdered? Go down there and walk around with gold and jewelry. Go down there and sell drugs. Hell has enlarged itself because we're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Go ahead.
And opened her mouth without measure.
Right.
And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp.
Right.
And he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
And that's what happens. We descend right into that mind state. We descend right into that condition. That condition of hell and captive and slavery mind state. See? Go to Isaiah 47 verse 1. But the roles are going to be switched. Okay? The roles are going to be switched. Who's going to go down to hell? Esau. This kingdom. This nation. The nations. They going to understand what it is to be cursing and vexation and punishment and laughed at and mocked. That's why the Most High says this. Read that, Isaiah 47 verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
And that's what hell is. Hell is a low estate. Hell on earth is a low estate. Hell is the ghettos and the slums. Then you got to buy fake shoes to try to live like the people that got money. That's hell. You can't even buy the things that you really want. You can't buy your kids the things they want. This is hell. Read.
sit on the ground.
He says what?
Sit on the ground.
Babylon is going to sit on the ground. Read.
There is no throne.
Yeah, because the Most High is going to take them off their pedestal. Remember when we read in Habakkuk? They're going to run up to the hills and hide out so they can be away from the evil. The Most High says, it's time for you to sit in the lowest state. Go ahead.
O daughter of the Chaldees.
Yeah, O daughter of the Chaldees, you witches, you warlocks. Read.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, you were now, you were the innocent one. Now we're going to throw you out in the streets, man, and show you for what you are. You're a bum. You're a whore. You're a harlot. Go ahead.
Take the millstones and grind meal.
You ready to work? That's what he's telling them. Get ready to work. Grind the meal. Imagine in the old school, you taking the millstone to grind the meal. Get your food like they did back in the days. That's what he's telling them. You're going to work. Go ahead.
Uncover thy locks.
Right. Read.
Make bare the legs.
He's saying you're going to be revealed for who you are. Now, I'm not going to go through all that because we won't have time for the rest. Go to Isaiah 14:9. Let's get straight to the point. So it's talking about Babylon. Hellish condition, they're going to be brought down to this hellish condition, hellish situation. Just like we were, they are going to be. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1.
No, jump to verse 9 because we don't have time. Go ahead.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
You see that? Why? Because come down and sit in the dust. Yeah, he's going to be cast in the spiritual hell, but guess what? It ain't going to be that easy. You're going to get physical hell too. You're going to get captivity, punishment, slavery. You're going to be the new nigga. Go ahead.
It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Right, because all the dead and all the bloodshed that has been shed on this earth, guess what? That's coming back. That's coming back to haunt you. Go ahead.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
Go ahead.
It hath raised up from their thrones. All the kings of the nations.
Right, and it's gonna, all these nations is gonna come and meet you right on your fall, right in that lowest state, to remind. And like I said, I don't want to go through the whole chapter, but read on.
All they that speak and say unto thee,
go ahead.
Art thou also become weak as we?
That's what the nation's going to say. They're going to meet you at the bottom, and they're going to say, wait a minute, you're just like us now. Jump to verse 4. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Go ahead.
And say, how had the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked.
Right.
And the scepter of the ruler.
And the scepter of the ruler. Go ahead.
He who smote the people in wrath.
Right. So, we know that he's going to be brought down to that physical hell. And the scriptures say some shall be raised to everlasting life, and some shall raise to everlasting condemnation. So y'all see that, right? We can keep going in this chapter, but it's going to take time from the spiritual aspect. See, and that's what they forgot. That's what the white man forgot. America forgot that. Listen, Israelites forgot that. That you're suffering here on earth, but there's a spiritual suffering also. Now, I'm not going to go over the scriptures we already went over, but you know it says, some shall be raised to everlasting life, and some shall be raised to everlasting condemnation. So let's go into the spiritual hell now and show that that punishment that they're going to receive is not only here on earth, but it's also in the afterlife. Yeah.
But they don't believe that, right?
Oh, no. They don't believe that.
Yeah, they don't. That's why they do what they do, because
they don't believe it.
This is going to happen to them, even though they know what the Bible says.
No. No, they don't believe it. Remember, go to Wisdom of Solomon. Go to Wisdom of Solomon. And it's, nah, they don't believe in hell. Wisdom of Solomon 2:1.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 1.
Right, read that.
For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves.
Right.
But not is short and tedious.
Right.
And in the death of a man, there is no remedy.
Do you see that? In the death, there is no remedy. The wicked don't believe in afterlife or no hell or no heaven. They don't believe in that. They believe in what? Nothing. That's it, the here and now. Yeah. Read.
Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
They don't believe in resurrection. They don't believe in that. We're not going to go into those verses, but y'all can read that. I'm going to jump right into it. Second Ezra. Go to 2nd Ezra 9, verse 4, and you're going to read all the way down to verse 9. Yeah. Now we're transitioning to the spiritual hell. Because when you go through that Isaiah 47 and you read the whole chapter, it tells you they're going to be brought down to the conditions of captivity and slavery. When you finish reading that Isaiah 14, the whole chapter, it tells you you're going to be brought down to captivity and slavery. But that hell that they're going to be brought in also is spiritual. Watch, and it's going to tell us why. Read that.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Then shalt thou.
Jeremiah, do me a favor. Read that, because his voice. 2nd Ezra 9 verse 4. And I want this to come out clear.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Right.
Even from the beginning.
Right. He's talking about the last days. Go ahead.
For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end.
Right.
And the end is manifest.
Right. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. That this hell is going to end. That it's going to be over. The wicked is going to fall. They're going to be destroyed. And they're going to be punished. They don't understand that what they did now, that there's repercussions that you're going to suffer after death. Watch. It's going to go and show us. Read.
Verse 6.
Read.
Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings.
Right.
In wonders and powerful works. And endings in effects and signs.
Read.
And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his work.
Wait, how you going to be saved?
By his work.
How you going to be saved?
By his work.
Bro, you better put in works. You better put in works. Everybody keep trying to do like the Christians. Oh, we don't got to do nothing. You better have some works for the Most High in Christ. He said, he that endureth to the end. Go ahead.
And by faith.
And by what?
By faith.
Right? Because the just shall live by what?
Faith.
But the soul in him is not upright. See, they don't understand that their works is going to lead them into hell. All that bloodshed, all that death, all that destruction, that's you think they get away with that? They get free? Oh, hell no. The Most High has something for them now and after life. After death, excuse me. Go ahead.
Whereby ye have believed,
right,
shall be preserved from the said peril.
And a lot of these things in this time, you're going to be preserved from the corruption and destruction and death because you have faith in works. That's the mark that's going to be on you. So when those spirits come and slay utterly old and young, maids and little children, you better have this knowledge in you. But it's through your works and through your faith. Go ahead.
And shall see my salvation in my land.
Read.
And within my borders.
Read.
For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Read.
Then shall they be in pitiful case.
Right. Listen to this. Then they shall be in pitiful case. Read. Read.
Which now have abused my way.
They did what?
Abused my way.
Nobody's going to escape. Read.
And they that have cast them away despitefully.
Read.
Shall dwell in torment.
They shall dwell where?
In torment.
They shall dwell where?
In torment.
Read.
For such as in their life have received benefits.
See, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what a lot of Israelites don't understand. You're not going to receive benefits now, here, in this kingdom. You're not going to receive the grace of the Most High. You got brothers that don't, you believe in a heaven, but you don't believe in a hell. So then why are we doing this again? If there's no hell, then why are we suffering now? Why can't we just do like the white man, right? Yeah, no work. Get away with what we want to. There's no punishment. We get to go into heaven, right? You got to be out of your wig to believe that. The scriptures say, what is bound in earth is bound in heaven. You in hell on earth, trust me, there's an afterlife waiting for punishment after death. If it was that easy, man, we could all just be like, well, I don't have to do nothing right. There's no punishment. You can be wicked and go to heaven. If there's no hell, then the white man's going to heaven. All the ones that shed innocent blood and death and destruction, they're going right to the Most High in peace and joy and happiness. Right? They get to go into that side.
La.
Hell yeah. It's not la. La. And that's why these scriptures is going to tell us. Read.
And have not known me.
Right. The ones that have not known the Most High, they get away with it. The ones that said, there's no God. I believe in science. Huh? Right? They just get a pass. They get to be up there with us, with the righteous, the holy angels, rejoicing in happiness and bliss. Read.
Verse 11.
Read.
And they that have loathed my law.
And the ones that hated the law of the Most High, the ones that weren't even, they just like, I'm going to do what I want. Eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Y'all not going to tell me I'm a crip walk and eat my pork. You think, right? You think they get away with it? Come on, read.
While they had yet liberty.
Now's your liberty. Now is your liberty. Now is your what, class? Freedom of choice. Free will. Read.
And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
That's now. When that door is closed, when Christ come back, bro, there ain't going to be no place of repentance. The door is shut. There ain't going to be no, please let me in, let me in. No, he was like, where's your robes at? You were bidden to the marriage, but you ain't ready. Where's your clothes at? You ain't prepared for the marriage. That place of repentance is going to be shut. Read.
Understood not.
Right. They what?
Understood not.
You better wake up, Jacob. You better understand what you're dealing with. That the Most High is not playing. You can play that. I just don't understand. You better sit down and understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with your soul. The Most High is still dealing with your soul. Go ahead.
But despised it.
They did what?
Despised it.
Read.
The same must know it after death by pain.
After death by pain. So you got death. But then what happens after death? And I didn't go over all those scriptures again because it's redundant. I went over that the other day about your spirit going to the Most High. I didn't throw those in there. We're going straight to the point showing you that when your soul goes to the Most High after death, you're going to be in pain. It ain't you go into bliss and happiness and you can be wicked all your life. There's going to be a punishment for them that loathed and hated the laws of the Most High. Y'all get this, right? Go ahead and read down to verse 12. Oh, that's it. That is 12. Go to 2nd Esdras. No. Go to, no, hold that. Go from there. Go to 2 Timothy 2 and 4. So this is what we have to understand, man. And I threw a few scriptures in here about the Most High, where your spirit going to, but not ones that we went over. 2 Timothy 2 and 4.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life.
We're fighting for the afterlife. We're fighting for the kingdom to come. You understand that? We're supposed to be in a war against the white man, against America. Not, oh, you know what? Let's join up. Oh, it's cool. You got a lot of brothers. You got it twisted. You come to the truth and you think, oh, you know what? We're still in the world. We're in the world, but we don't supposed to be of the world. Read it again.
No man that warreth entangling himself with the affairs of this life.
Go ahead.
That he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier.
You're supposed to make your affairs of the next life. That's why he says they didn't know that they was going to suffer after death. They loathed my law when they had the opportunity. You got the opportunity now, man. Don't wait. Go from there. Go to Matthew 6:33, Matthew 6:19.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33.
Go ahead.
But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High.
So when you're talking about the kingdom, brothers and sisters, we're not only talking about the kingdom here on earth. We're talking about the spiritual kingdom. You will die. You will have to go to the Most High. Where do you want to go? What side? We're going to get into that. But just, these are, you know, when we go over this class, obviously we can go right to the scriptures that tell you. But man, it's about reminding us what we're fighting for. When it says they loathe our law, they loathe the law. When it says that that the place of repentance was there, y'all don't understand that the mercy and grace is now. We supposed to be focusing in on how to please the Most High, and that way when we die, if you walk outside, you get hit by a damn car, your spirit is in the heavens with the Most High, not the hell that the Most High controls. Go ahead, read.
And his righteousness.
And you're supposed to be seeking his what?
Righteousness.
You're supposed to be seeking his righteousness. That's what we're fighting for. That's where we're stacking up our chips. Yeah, I know we went over it the other day. The heaven on earth, and we're going to rule. We're going to have all this gold and jewelry and rule the earth. But listen, what about your soul? That's what you're fighting for above all, right?
Done.
Go ahead.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah, because all these other things is going to be added to us anyway. This is a battle for your spirit, man. And if you don't give it to the Most High, who you giving it to? You giving it to Satan. You giving your soul to somebody. Somebody has got the power over you. So if you don't want to make yourself a prisoner of the Most High, who got control over you? I mean, who is it? It's either your mama, your daddy, your wife, your car, your house, your falsified, fictitious mission to get rich or die trying. It's something. Something got power over you. Go to 6 and 19.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19.
Read.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
Go ahead.
Where moth and rust doeth corrupt.
Go ahead.
And where thieves break through and steal.
Read.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Right. That's what you're supposed to. Now, this is talking about the spiritual realm. Because we know where moth and rust doeth corrupt is here on earth. It's here on earth that these things are going to be corrupted and destroyed and burnt up. I said it the other day, and I'm going to say it again. America is going to be destroyed. So whatever you build in here in America, you lost it. It's going to be lost. When we fly out on the chariots, if you happen to be alive or dead and the Most High resurrects you to salvation, you're not taking no TV with you. You're not going to pull your car with you. Take the Benz with you like Yahweh.
Well, I just put rims on those.
Yeah, you're not taking that with you. What the hell are you talking about? You're not taking your credit score with you. Most I don't give a damn about your credit score.
I just got it up to a 600.
Right. 600, you should shoot yourself. I'm at a 600.
And you still don't have anything, right?
Yeah, 600's not good, by the way. Yeah, 600 is bad. You know, you understand, but that's the thing. Our people don't understand. You're fighting for your soul. Read.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Right.
Where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt.
Right. That's what we're supposed to be doing, man. Read.
And where thieves do not break through.
Yeah, right. Your car can get stolen. Listen, your credit score can get stolen. So you're thinking about the wrong thing. Right? Go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. I had to throw these in there for y'all. as we get into the spiritual realm. Everybody wants to get into the spiritual realm, the afterlife. But we gotta understand that what you do now goes to eternity.
You say Ecclesiastes or?
I'm sorry. Ecclesiastes in the Bible. 12-13. Y'all gotta remember these things, man. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, read.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Go ahead.
Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God.
What?
Fear God.
No. Get that Benz.
Fear God.
Well, I gotta get paper.
Fear God.
Yeah, he said you're gonna escape by faith and works. Where's your works at? You're supposed to be in the duty and service to the Most High. Read.
And keep His commandments.
Keep His commandments. Read.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's our duty. You over here trying to get rich or die trying to be an American citizen. Give a damn about America, man. Y'all are tripping. Israelites are tripping. But that's why 2/3 of you gonna be burnt the hell up. You're gonna be raised, and you're gonna be raised up, burnt up, and then put in captivity and punishment until the Most High say, you know what? Come out of those chambers. Read on.
For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment.
Yeah, that's what you should be thinking about. You should be thinking about, if it says I'm going to be saved by faith and works, then what am I doing? Right? Am I giving that prophet the cup of water to receive the prophet's reward? Am I ministering to the saints? Am I addicted to the ministry, not addicted to pills and drugs and liquor and dope and weed? It says addicted to the ministry, not Xanax, not Molly's, but addicted to the ministry, not addicted to the 40 ounce in liquor, not addicted to sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? Addicted to the work. Read.
With every secret thing.
Yeah, the Most High is going to bring all these secrets and reveal. Go ahead.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Romans 2:16, 1 Corinthians 4 and 5. The Most High is going to reveal. That's what we're supposed to be thinking about. Judgment Day. Saving your spirit, man. Saving your soul. Romans 2:16 and 1 Corinthians 4 verse 5.
Romans chapter 2 verse 16.
Go ahead.
In the day when the Most High shall judge the secrets of men by Yahushua.
Yeah, you worried about money. Don't you know you're going to get the job? Damn it. The Most High feed the birds. He feeds the birds. He's going to feed you. You worried about, you're Israel, man. They sell out their spirit for stupidity. You're going to get it. Don't worry about it. He's not going to leave you out there. Unless you're just that wicked, he might have to teach you a lesson. Read it again.
In the day when the Most High shall judge the secrets of men.
Right.
By Yahushua.
Uh-huh.
According to my gospel.
Yeah, he's going to judge those secrets. All of our hidden sins. All of the things we did wicked. We think wicked. We feel wicked. That's what he's going to bring. You should be worried about that. You got the wrong thing on your dang brain, man. Israel don't understand. It's the end of the world, and niggas ain't got no satisfaction. It's the end of the world, and all you can think about is what? I got to be at work. Master said, what I'm going to wear the next day. Your duty is to the Most High. You were created to do the service and will of the commandments of the Most High. Yeah, that's why I went over that like I did. You know why? Because there's hell on earth, but you enjoying that hell. You're not thinking about, you got the white man's mind state. You're not thinking about afterlife. You're thinking like the white man, here and now. Go all out, Bob. You know what I mean? Threesomes, do it. Homosexuality, try it once. Or try it all the time, Bob. Whatever twists your pickle. Right? That's how they think. And they got you thinking like that too. Yeah, skydiving. Hey, about a black. If if I ever hear about a black man skydiving again, you never tell me nothing like that. I'm just messing with you. Shadak said he skydived. You never do that again. That's a white man's thing. But that's it, man. The white man got you doing things. Doing things strange. Go ahead, read. 1 Corinthians 4 verse 5. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 4 and verse 5.
Then we're going to jump to 5 and 10.
Therefore, judge nothing before time.
So, don't judge nothing before it's time. Don't judge or condemn anything before it's time. Y'all got to understand this. The Most High is going to reveal all these things. You made a mistake, get back up. Do it. You did something evil, repent. Run from sin as if it's a serpent. You understand? Don't let nothing hold you back. Read.
Until the Most High come.
Right?
Who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts.
Yeah, this is what you're forgetting about. You're worried about your everyday life and you're not worried about your spirit or spiritual things or the next life. You can die any second. And you're not worried about those things. You're worried about carnal. Man, yeah, that's the wrong thing you want to be into. Don't get your spirit caught up into these things, man, that is going to fade away, that is going to be gone. How many times we got to say it? Get a 2015, what happened? You need a 2018. You understand? You get that new house, your roof is leaking. You get that new roof, the basement is broken. The water heater's messed up. Right? Everything is temporal. You got that new dress, guess what? You threw it in the washer, it wasn't supposed to be washed. Now it's messed up. Pants, same thing. Y'all got to think. This is the reality, man. If y'all haven't got that yet, that's why I use the most basic things amongst us. But you got to get it. You got to get it, because once you get that, you realize ain't nothing else to fight for. Everything is temporal. I'm just going. I'm going through the motions with that. But with the kingdom, with the spiritual things, cleaning yourself daily, doing the will of the Most High, that's where I'm putting my heart into. That's where I'm taking serious. Go ahead, read.
And then shall every man have praise of Yahweh.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be ready for. We want the praise of the Most High. He's not going to praise you, talk about, listen, did you obey the white man? Did you get the marriage license? Bro, did you pay your taxes? He's gonna judge you by your faith and your works. You understand this?
Good.
Did you finish that?
Good.
Go to 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10.
Good.
And then we're going to go from there. Go ahead, read on.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
For we must all appear before the judgment.
Are you thinking about that? Y'all got to understand why I threw these scriptures in here. Because we just got out of the physical hell. But your mind is on everything else that's going to get you into spiritual hell. Right? You went through all the physical things. And then afterwards, you're going to suffer the wide things. Y'all don't understand why. You're suffering now. You've been punishment now in slavery and vexation. Y'all understand this? Why suffer after death? Go ahead, finish that.
Seat of Yahushua, that everyone may receive the things done in his body.
That's what we supposed to be. That's what Hebrew Israelites are worried about. Man, I'm worried about, man, that punishment of the things that I'm doing, that I'm going to receive in my body. Go to Revelations 1 and 18. Let's get into this. He said you should be worried about those things, the sins that you did, and that the Most High is going to reveal and be like, you know what? You didn't care to change this. You didn't care to put this off. You didn't care to leave this alone. When you yet had the opportunity, you loathed my law. You took it upon yourself to deny it. Where's your faith? Where's your works? I gave you the grace. The grace was there to make mistakes over and over again. What'd you do with it? You crapped on it. You put it to the side. You gave up. You let your mind condemn you. The only one that can condemn you is Yahushua. Not even yourself. That's why he said, judge nothing before it's time. You don't get to, you're not the judge. I'm not the judge. So we can't condemn you. You can't condemn yourself. You understand this?
Good.
Revelations 1:18. This is what they forgot. Read.
I am he that liveth.
Go ahead.
And was dead.
Read.
And behold.
Right.
I am alive forevermore.
Read.
Amen.
Read.
And have the keys of hell and of death.
Now, I'm going to slow down in these verses because it tells you right there is an afterlife that you're going to be punished in. He said of hell and of death. It's not necessary to put death and death. Even when you look at this word hell in the Old Testament, as in the grave, in the New Testament, it's pointless to put hell and hell, or death and death. He's telling you after death, there will be punishment. Who has the keys?
Yahushua.
Who has the keys?
Yahushua.
You're supposed to be trying to please him. You're supposed to be thinking about, man, what I'm going to do to make sure he don't cast me in outer darkness and punishment. Hebrews 12:9. Read that one more time.
Good.
Read that one more time for us.
Chapter 1 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
I am he that liveth and was dead.
Read.
And behold, I am alive forevermore.
Go ahead.
Amen.
Right.
And have the keys of hell and of death.
That's why we please Yahushua. Because he's the man. That's why it says, here's the whole duty of man, to serve, keep the commandments. Because he wants to see faith and works. He wants to see that you didn't loathe the law. Yeah, we're not going to be perfect. And the law ain't going to justify us. But you're going to keep it and you're going to strive for perfection. That's what he wants to see. Con? Go ahead, read that. Hebrews 12:9 and then give me Psalms 139.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 9.
Go ahead.
Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us.
Right.
And we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be subject unto the Father of spirits and live?
Yeah, you're supposed to be subject to the Father of spirits. That's why we do this. That's why we lay treasures up in heaven. That's why whatsoever we do it wholeheartedly unto the Lord and not unto man, because we know from the Lord we're going to receive the reward. It don't matter. And this is something I went over with the brothers the other night. We went over Corinthians 3. We're not going to go there. But if you put your gift and somebody smacks that gift, you did your job. You put the gift. If you gave that prophet a cup of water, you said it before the prophet, and he just did like that, smacked that out your hand, you gave the reward. Our job is not to get caught up about, oh, what that prophet did with that cup of water. Or, oh, you know what? Nobody came in and tooted my horn. Bring him forward. We just want to let you know he gave the cup of water. He gave the penny. Nah, your treasure's up in heaven. Because most of the times, they ain't going to accept it. They will smack it out your hand. Not the real prophets, but the things that's done and that you do is not always going to be acknowledged by man. See, but the Father of spirits will acknowledge it. Because that's where we stack in our treasure. Psalms 139 and 5. Read that.
Psalms chapter 139 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Thou hast beset me behind and before.
Right, and that's what we have to remember. The Most High is before us. He's behind us. He's on the side of us. He's beset us at all places. Go ahead.
And laid thy hand upon me.
The Most High has always been there. When he had to smack you, he did that. When he had to turn his back and let you get whooped, he did that. Good. The Most High has been there. Go ahead.
Such knowledge is too wonderful for me.
Yeah, because, man, it is wonderful, man, to know that everything we're doing, you're going to have to go back and meet your maker. Go ahead.
It is high.
You read?
I cannot attain unto it.
Read.
Whither shall I go from thy spirit?
Right. Where are we going to run? Where are you going to run from the Most High? Go ahead.
Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?
Read.
If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there.
When you die and your spirit goes to the Most High, who's there?
The Most High.
Who class?
The Most High.
Who class?
The Most High.
The Most High. When you die, your spirit goes to heaven, to the fourth dimension, to the third heaven, right? Yeah, the Most High is there. Yahweh's there. Yahweh Shai is there. The angel's there. The judgment is there. That's what he means after death. Go ahead.
If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there.
If you go to hell, who's sending you there?
Most High.
The Most High. We're going to show you. Go ahead.
If I take the wings of the morning
and
dwell in the utmost parts of the sea,
right?
Even there shall thy hand lead me.
The Most High is everywhere. So there ain't no running. You can't run from your duty, your job, your service. You can't run. And the chosen won't run. The chosen are going to fulfill this to the end. They're going to do their job to the end. Go ahead.
And thy right hand shall hold thee.
Right?
Hold me.
Right. Go from there and go to Matthew 10, verse 28. So, just showing you that if you go to hell, guess what? Yahweh's there. He's the one that you got to go to before you get into those chambers. Until you get into that is the Most High. Go ahead, read.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 28.
Go ahead.
And fear not them which kill the body.
Now, I'm going to slow it down for some of y'all out there. A lot of y'all are going to come encounter with brothers or sisters or people saying there's no hell. There's certain scriptures that you cannot deny. That you just got to say, no, that don't mean that. The scriptures is telling you plain out these points. One of them was the second Ezra where it says, ye shall suffer after death. This is another one. Read.
And fear not them which kill the body.
Wait. Fear not him that can shoot the body. You die. Your body goes back to the earth. Soul goes to the Most High. Go ahead.
But are not able to kill the soul.
But unable to kill what?
The soul.
Wait a minute. But how could you kill the soul? Nobody can kill the soul, right? Well, there you go. Only the Most High. Go ahead.
But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body.
But where though? Go ahead.
In hell.
In where?
In hell.
In what?
In hell.
But there is no hell. Listen, if there was no hell, why did he even say soul in hell? See, the Bible puts it two separates. He says your body, which we know it can be destroyed. We know he can do that. But your soul, right? Man can destroy the body. They can run up to you, put a 9mm to your dome and lights out. We know ultimately who passes that. But man can't kill the soul. So these are the scriptures to show y'all, man, that yes, there is a spiritual hell. There is a place that you will go to afterwards and be punished. When it says hell in the New Testament, it's not talking of the grave. It's not talking about the dirt. It's not talking about some place over in Jerusalem where they burn trash. No. This is talking about your soul. Your soul don't go to the trash. Gehenna. Yeah, it don't go there. It goes to the spiritual plane. Right? Right. Hades. And look up those words for me, because we're gonna be going into that in a second as we get deeper into this. So, but these plain scriptures, you got to be almost just a reprobate to say, oh no, that don't mean that. He said body and soul. And we know the soul don't go to the ground where the dirt is, where the worms are. Your soul goes to the Most High. We've been over that. All right? So you can go back and go in those scriptures and put it together. Go to Proverbs 15 and 11. Proverbs 15 and 11.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 11.
Right. Right. So,
that's wrong,
yeah, I know. Get those two, because when we go into Josephus, we're going to bring that out. Go ahead.
Hell and destruction are before the Lord.
Wait a minute. What's before the Lord?
Hell and destruction are before the Lord.
You're going to find out, man, that before you go anywhere, you got to meet the Lord. Go ahead.
How much more then the hearts of the children of men?
Right, and how much more then the heart of the children of men? We have to understand that. Proverbs 15 and 11, right?
Good.
Hell and destruction are before the Lord. And guess what? He's going to set you where you deserve. Y'all get this?
Good.
Go to Revelations 20 and 11. You're going to read down to Revelations, Zion, read it. Revelations 20 and 11 down to verse 15.
Revelation chapter 20 verse 11.
Go ahead.
And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away.
Yeah, because Yahweh Shai, when he shows his face, they're going to run from him. Because he's going to be terrible. And he's going to destroy. Go ahead.
And there was found no place for them.
Go ahead.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God.
Right, because when we are judged, when you die, you got to stand before the Most High. And like I said, I didn't go over all the scriptures that we went over on resurrection and death. Okay. You should know those if you watch the class. So if you put those together, we know that when you die, your body goes to the earth, your spirit goes back to the Most High, and then these scriptures come into play. You stand before the Most High. Go ahead.
And the books were open.
Go ahead.
And another book was open.
Right.
Which is the book of life.
Right. So when you stand before the Most High, there's angelic records that he notes that every idle word and all your deeds are going to be judged before him. The books that were open were what you did. Then the book of life is what? What the Most High is going to judge us out of. Go ahead.
And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books.
Read.
According to their works.
Read.
And the sea gave
So you're going to be judged according to your works. And Ezra said your faith and your works. Go ahead.
And the sea gave up the dead which were in it.
Read.
And death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them.
Why? Because some are going to be raised to everlasting life. And some are going to be raised to everlasting what? Tornation. So everything is going to bring up the dead. Like I said, I didn't go over all those scriptures again that we already went over. I didn't want to repeat it that. I just wanted to go straight to the point about this afterlife, that it is punishment after life. Go ahead.
And they were judged every man according to their works.
They were, once again, you're judged according to your what?
Works.
Oh, no. You get to get a pass.
Works.
Everybody gets into heaven. Everybody gets into heaven, right? All you got to do is say Romans 10:19. Whosoever believeth in Christ and confesses him in his heart, ye shall be saved. Right? Hell nah. That's the beginning. The beginning is confession. Many have confessed. He says, my little children, let us not love a word, neither in tongue, neither in truth. So it ain't just the confession, it's faith and works. Con? Read.
And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
Read.
This is the second death.
Right, because what's going to happen is that punishment for the righteous, it ain't going to be overcome us no more. But that's another class. But what's going to happen first? You're going to get punished and you're going to get judged for what you done. What you done did. Now go to 2nd Esdras. Everybody that don't have it, we're going to read out of 2nd Esdras. We're going to read out of 2nd Esdras, the annotated Bible and Apocrypha. Why? Because in the annotated 2nd Esdras, in between the 56 on down, a few verses have been taken out. So we're going to read them in their entirety. Why? Because this is going to edify us furthermore on death and hell. And I know a lot of y'all that watch us, and a lot of y'all already know about those verses. And we're going to get those scriptures right now. So he's going to read 2nd Esdras.
2nd Esdras 7 and verse 78.
No, sir. You're going to read 2nd Esdras, and you're going to start from 2nd Esdras 7, verse 57, in the annotated Bible with Apocrypha on down.
2nd Esdras chapter 7 and verse 57.
Go ahead.
Judge therefore which things are precious and desirable. Those that are abundant or those that are rare.
Right. Go ahead.
I said, O sovereign Lord, what is plentiful is less of worth.
Right. And you know what that's saying? The righteous are rare. What we're doing is rare. Everybody's not going to do this. Everybody's not going to believe this. Everybody's not going to teach this. It's rare. You are rare like gold. Go ahead.
For what is more rare is more precious.
Right. You see that? Silver ain't precious. You know what I mean? Gold is the most precious thing. But it's real. It's a small portion. Go ahead. We're not talking about that gold on the road, middle of the mall stuff.
Gold on the rope?
Yeah, gold on the rope. Go ahead.
He answered me and said, wait within yourself what ye have taught.
Go ahead.
For he who has what is hard to get rejoices more than he who has what is plentiful.
Yeah, and that the Most High is rejoicing after the 2/3, excuse me, the 1/3, the 1/3 of the children of Israel. The Most High is rejoicing us coming back to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Go ahead.
So also will be the judgment,
right,
which I have promised.
Right. See, because he did promise a judgment. Read.
For I will rejoice over the few who shall be saved.
Read.
Because it is they who have made my glory to prevail now.
See, the Most High said we're making his glory to prevail now. Yeah, we could jump right into the hell part, but I've been wanting to give them and remind them why though. Why are we fighting? Why are we building? Why do you got to keep continuing and you can't let weakness get in? And you got to endure hardness as a good soldier unto the Most High. Because this is what the Most High is looking at. He's looking at those rare things. And everybody ain't rare. Everybody ain't going to ride. Everybody ain't going to die for this. Go ahead.
And through them, my name has now been honored.
Right. You see that? We're honoring the name in works, in deed, in office, in duty. So like I said before, when it says they were addicted to the ministry, that's what you're supposed to be addicted to. The work, the duty, the service, the office. Not drugs, not burgers, not dope, not drink, not sex. Addicted to the work of the Most High. Because that's what's going to save us. Go ahead.
And I will not grieve over the multitude of those who perish.
You see that? Why? Because when place in time and repentance was given to them, they didn't take the opportunity. They didn't want to hear you. It's like, man, I ain't hearing that. I got to do this. I'm busy over here. I'm this. You know what I mean? Yeah, Con, I'll church you. Yeah, Jesus, I believe. Woo, good class, brother, but I'm going to go be a nigga. I'm not going to change my spirit. I'm not going to change my mind. Give a prophet a cup of water. I'm too busy to do that. They're not hearing that. They're hearing, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. Go ahead.
For it is they who are now like a mist.
Right? It is they like what?
A mist.
They're going to be a mist. Why? Because they're going to be burnt the hell up. They're going to be brought back and punished. Go ahead.
And are similar to a flame and smoke.
Go ahead.
They are set on fire.
Read.
And burn hotly.
They are what?
Set on fire and burn hotly.
They are what?
Burn hotly.
See? Fear not him that can kill the body, but fear him that can kill the body and soul. You understand that? And burn hotly. Now, what is burning? You ever had a bad dream that you can't get out of? so the mind can feel pain and put it on you. Read.
And are extinguished.
Right.
Verse 62. I replied and said, O earth, what have you brought forth? If the mind is made out of the dust, like the other created things, for it would have been better if the dust itself had not been born.
That's how much, see, because to understand what punishment you're going to receive for doing opposite of the will of the Most High, people take it lightly because they got opportunity. See, Ezra was saying, Dan, it would have been better if Adam would not be, if we would have not been born. Read.
So that the mind might not have been made from it.
You see that? It's like the brain shouldn't even brought, your cogitate, what did it say the other day? Your cogitation should not have been brought to pass if this punishment was going to come about. Go ahead.
But now the mind grows with us.
Read.
And therefore we are tormented.
Read.
Because we perish and know it.
Read.
Let the human race lament.
Read.
But let the beasts of the field be glad.
Read.
Let all who have been born lament.
Read.
But let the four-footed beasts and the flocks rejoice.
Why? They're not going to hell. The beasts ain't. And they're the only ones that don't got to worry about hell. You better wake up. You're going to be judged for your actions. We're going to be judged for our actions. That's why we got to tread softly. We got to watch. We got to see. We got to do. We got to be consistent. Salvation ain't just going to come, man, easily. He says they're rare. Go ahead.
For it is much better with them than with us.
Go ahead.
For they do not look for a judgment.
Right.
Nor do they know of any torment or salvation promised to them after death.
Yeah, no animals will have to worry about that. Read.
For what does it profit us that we shall be preserved alive,
right,
but cruelly tormented?
Listen to this. What's it say? This is 2nd Ezra, 7th chapter.
7 and verse 67.
Listen to this. He's saying, what benefit is it if you live in the world, you live this life in punishment and pain, and then after be in pain? That's why I say you got ghettos and slums and crack and dope, and that's what you want to go be punished afterwards. You live the life of pain. Whores, adultery, murder, death. Read.
For all who have been born are involved in iniquity.
Read.
And are full of sin.
Read.
And burdened with transgression.
Read.
And if we were not to come into judgment after death,
right,
perhaps it would have been better for us.
Right. You see that? He said it would have been better for us, man, to not even read that part again.
Verse 69. And if we were not to come into judgment after death.
You listening? It's showing you unequivocally that after death there will be punishment. He's saying if you would not come, if it would have been better if we didn't have to go through this. Go ahead.
Perhaps it would have been better for us.
Right.
He answered me and said, when the Most High made the world and Adam and all who have come from him, he first prepared the judgment and the things that pertain to the judgment.
This was created in the beginning, that how the righteous were going to be saved and the wicked were going to suffer. Go ahead.
And now understand from your own words. For you have said that the mind grows with us. For this reason, therefore, those who dwell on earth shall be tormented.
Read.
Because though they had understanding,
right,
they committed iniquity.
Read.
And though they received the commandments, they did not keep them.
There you go. This is why they're going to be punishment. So all this, the law's done away with, y'all are tripping. We supposed to be trying to get better in the law, perfect in the law, strive for perfection. Go ahead.
And though they obtained the law, they dealt unfaithfully.
They did what?
They dealt unfaithfully.
See, remember what we read earlier in Habakkuk? It says his soul in him is not upright, but the just shall live by faith. They're trying to show you Esau he wants to keep the door open of hell so you can enter. Go ahead.
And though they obtained the law, they dealt unfaithfully with what they received. What then will they have to say in the judgment? Or how will they answer in the last time?
Go ahead.
For how long the time is that the Most High has been patient
right
with those who inhabit the world.
You see that? The Most High has been patient since the beginning of time. So we're not going to be able to say, well, I didn't know, or well, I needed more time. Even now, think about your lifespan, how much patience the Most High has with you. He don't just kill you when you do wickedness. You have grace. But this is why it says they crucified Christ afresh. Why? Because they have grace to get it right, but they rather like not get it right. They rather just keep doing wickedness. And you know what? Oh, you know what? I failed. I messed up. You got to get it right. Read.
And not for their sake, but because of the times which he has foreordained.
Read.
I answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O Lord, show this also to thy servant, whether after death, as soon as every one of us yields up his soul,
right,
we shall be kept in rest until those times come.
Right, we're gonna go to a place where it's wholesome and beautiful. What happens when we die? He's telling you, because he knows resurrection. But he's saying, what happens before that? Are we gonna go in a place of like purgatory? You know what I mean? A place of a bliss and happiness. What happens? Right? This is before judgment. Y'all gotta listen to this. Go ahead.
We shall be kept in rest until those times come,
right,
when thou wilt renew the creation.
Right. He's asking that. Go ahead.
Or whether we shall be tormented at once.
Read.
He answered me and said, I will show you that also, but do not be associated with those who have shown scorn.
Yeah, because he was saying, Ezra, you not like them. You don't put yourself on the level of these beasts, because you're not like them. Go ahead.
Nor number yourself among those who are tormented.
Go ahead.
For you have a treasure.
He has a what?
A treasure.
He has a what?
A treasure.
Israel's supposed to be building a what?
Treasure.
Just like we went over earlier. You're supposed to be building up treasures. Go ahead.
Of works laid up with the Most High.
Ah, it's ugly, isn't it? Oh. Yes. Read. Go ahead.
But it will not be shown to you until the last time.
Go ahead.
Now concerning death.
So he didn't give him everything. He was going to let him know in the last times, show him what all those things prepare for him. Go ahead.
Now concerning death, the teaching is, when the decisive decree has gone forth,
right,
from the Most High,
right,
that a man shall die,
right,
as the spirit leaves the body.
Right. So you see how right with the scriptures, this goes right together. Go ahead.
To return again to him who gave it.
Read.
First of all, it adores the glory of the Most High.
It does what?
Adores the glory of the Most High.
So when we just read in Revelations, what's the first thing you do when you die? You go to the Most High. Go ahead.
And if it is one of those who have shown scorn, and have not kept the way of the Most High,
and if you have not followed the commandments of the Most High, read,
and who have despised the law,
right,
and who have hated those who fear the Most High,
right, you're a hater of those that do good. Go ahead.
Such spirits shall not enter into habitations.
You see this? They don't enter into bliss. Read.
But shall immediately wander about in torments.
They shall do what?
Immediately wander about in torments.
So now, if we don't got time, when we go over Lazarus, watch. Go on and get that for me. Read on. No. You read on. You get that for me.
Luke 16.
Go to Luke 16. Go ahead.
And ever grieving and sad.
They what?
Ever grieving and sad.
They what?
Ever grieving and sad.
This is not a place that's happy. You go right to torments, ever grieving and sad. Go ahead.
In 7 ways. The first way.
Right.
Because they have scorned the law of the Most High.
Right. So hold that. Go to Luke 16 and 22. No, Luke 16 and 19. And then we're going to stay where you're at because we're going to link this up. Go ahead. Luke 16, 22. I read.
Luke chapter 16 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
There was a certain rich man
which was closed.
Zion, read that. Yes, sir. Luke 16:19, because it's his throat.
Luke chapter 16 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen,
right,
and fared
sumptuously
every day.
Go ahead.
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus,
go ahead,
which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
Right. Now, I want to give y'all a little extra piece so y'all can be conscious of what's going on out there. Any parables, when you get the parables of the virgins, the 5 wise and 5 foolish, was that a parable for him just to shoot out there and talk about just because it was a good day out and he was just letting you know about 5 wise and 5 foolish? So why did he give you the parables of the 5 wise and 5 foolish? Abadiah, go ahead.
Because that's what was going on in that time. He was trying to show them that that was happening.
Well, give me a little better, Jeremiah.
What we read about their works. Their work, they didn't have any works showing. The works was represented the oil.
Right, but no. What I'm saying is this: the parable itself, was it real or was it fake?
Real.
It was what?
Real.
It was what?
Real.
So y'all get that these parables that Christ give us, it ain't wasn't no fortune cookie saying that wasn't going to come to pass. Is the parable of the 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins going to come to pass? Okay. So the parable of Lazarus, why did he give it to us? Because it was real. It was real. A lot of people are saying, oh no, that was just a parable.
And
you got to be an idiot to believe that. Then that means that every parable Yahweh Shai was talking about wasn't real. That means that them bidding to the marriage, the virgins that were supposed to be prepared and married, in white robes and ready, that means that ain't real. That don't got no application to us or the children of Israel being prepared for the marriage. It was all real. Y'all get that? Okay, what you got to say?
No.
All right. So, going back to the parable, come on, read.
Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sword.
Right.
And it came to pass that the beggar died.
Right.
And was carried by angels into Abraham's bosom.
Right. So, Abraham's bosom is just another way to say heaven or bliss. Right? Or habitations. Right. The happy, joyful kingdom, the spiritual realm where our Father dwells. That's just another place, another way to say that. Go ahead.
The rich man also died.
Right.
And was buried.
Right.
And in hell.
Right. Wait. He died. His flesh was what?
Buried.
Go ahead.
And in hell.
And in where?
Hell.
And in what?
Hell.
Read.
He lifted up his eyes, being in torments. And
he what?
Being in torments.
Right, stop. He's going to jump back. It said what?
But shall immediately wander about in torment.
Wait, it says what?
Shall immediately wander about in torment.
Right, go back to Lazarus. He said what?
Being in torment.
He was what?
Being in torment.
See, the Bible is telling you that when you die, if you didn't follow the laws and you did wicked, you're going to immediately go about in torments. That's what it's saying. Lazarus, this is all together showing us that fear not him that can kill the body, but fear him that can kill the body and soul and leave it in hell. You understand that?
Right there.
Now, we're going to jump over to Josephus. I'm hoping y'all writing this down. This is on page 812. Josephus was a historian that was during Vespasian. He was conquered. He was an Israelite. And he made an account and wrote an account of all the things Israel went through. Okay?
This is actually page 813, section 4.
Right. This is in the Josephus.
This is
it's page 813. It says an extract out of Josephus' discourse to the Greeks concerning Hades. So he was letting them know about hell.
Do you want that remember in the Luke?
Okay, do we need that now, or is it going to go straight with this and that?
It's going to go straight.
No, just hold off on that.
Okay. You want to read that?
Go ahead. No, he's saying.
So this is talking about the same thing. But to the unjust
They are dragged by force to the left hand by angels allotted for punishment.
You see this? So now you got, first of all, you got the parable that Christ out of his mouth telling you that there is suffering after death. Esdras said it in the Apocrypha. The Anatolian added the extra scriptures. Josephus is coming back and showing you when you die and you're wicked, man, you're dragged. Those angels, those spirits drag you viciously. What?
Because in Luke it says that the angels brought Lazarus to Abraham's bosom.
Yeah.
So it's nonetheless to see that the angels would drag him straight into hell.
Oh yeah.
Straight into torments.
Exactly.
Kicking and screaming.
What? You finish that?
No longer going with the goodwill, but as prisoners driven by violence.
Right, they're driven by violence. Read.
To whom are sent the angels appointed over them to reproach them and threaten them with their terrible looks.
So these angels probably are transforming and transfiguring into creatures or things that to scare the hell out of you. With vicious looks. That's what I'm saying, man. You fighting for your soul. You playing around. Israel, you don't know. This is not a game, man. This is what I fear. I fear the God of spirits, the power that can cast you into outer darkness. Go ahead.
And to thrust them still downward.
Read.
Now those angels that are set over these souls drag them into the neighborhood of hell itself.
Read.
Who, when they are heard by it, continually hear the noise of it.
Right, so you ain't there. They drag you over by it, and then you hear the noise of it. So imagine that. You get scared by a scary movie. You jumping in the movie theater. Imagine these angels, and you hear the crying out and the suffering and the pain of people over there. This is beyond just, oh, it was hell and then you get cast in the fire. Right? Nah. It's torment. Go ahead.
And do not stand clear of the hot vapor itself.
Right.
But when they have a nearer view of this spectacle, as of a terrible and exceeding great prospect of fire, they are struck with fearful expectation of a future judgment, and in effect punished thereby.
By just the thought of being cast into there. Go ahead.
And not only so, but where they see the place of the fathers and of the just.
They what?
See the place of the fathers and of the just.
No, stop. Let's go back to what Christ said. Go ahead, read that.
Verse 23.
Go ahead.
And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torment.
Right.
Seeth Abraham afar off.
He what?
Seeth Abraham afar off.
You got to be insane to not understand that the Most High is showing us that you actually get to see the brothers and sisters in heaven and rejoicing. Why? Because the simple fact is this. This is on the same plane. It's not underground. This is in the spiritual realm where the spirits are ruled. It's just different. In my Father's house, there are many mansions, and one of them are hell and torment. Okay, what you got? Now you're gonna jump back to the Anatolian Bible and Apocrypha. Hold that. Go ahead.
In the third way, they shall see the reward laid up for those who have trusted in the covenants of the Most High.
So, man, that's torment in itself. For you to be brought into this realm, angels are, these spirits, or I should say demons, are now taunting you, poking at you, getting you prepared, but then you can see everybody on the other side rejoicing and happy. That's like when you get punished, the kids get punished, everybody can play, and they gotta watch. They gotta watch everybody playing while you're in timeout. How you feel when that happens? You feel hurt. Imagine this, your spirit, you can't escape. This is really wild.
It says it's the neighborhood of hell.
Right.
So we got to be a neighborhood of heaven and a neighborhood of hell.
In my Father's house, there are many mansions.
And you just in the hood. You just in the slums of the ghettos again.
He said, if you would not know, he said, I go to prepare a place for you. Which one? Which place he has prepared for you?
Yep.
He said he has the keys of hell and death.
And it said it was prepared from the foundation of the earth.
Con.
Good.
All right. You want to read out in there?
I'll read on in here.
Go ahead.
The fifth way, they shall see how the habitations of the others are guarded by the angels in profound quiet.
Right. Go ahead.
The sixth way, they shall see how some of them will pass over into torment. The seventh way, which is the worst than all the ways that have been mentioned, because they shall utterly waste away in confusion.
Yeah, that's, imagine a dream you couldn't wake up from. Your scariest dream you could not wake up from. You could not have power. You didn't have no power to run. You know, remember those, you know, you get held down by that spirit? Imagine never being able to get them off you. It's scary, man. It's scary. Go ahead.
And be consumed with shame. And shall wither with fear at seeing the glory of the Most High, before whom they sinned while they were alive.
Listen, this, you ain't even made it to the throne yet. This is you on the way. Go ahead.
And before whom they are to be judged in the last time.
See? So now, if you thought you was going to sit in heaven, you know how when you go to jail? You know what I mean? You go to jail and then you, do they put you in a nice hotel when you go to jail? Until you got to do 30 years of life? Hell no. They put you in a holding cell that's death and no food and you get slop. Go ahead. All right, jump back to Lazarus.
And seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
Right.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me. And send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. For I am tormented in this flame.
I am tormented in this flame. So there is a flame burning. And I'm sure whatever other torments that these angels have prepared for you. Now imagine that, man. How long is that going to be? It feels like eternity. Go ahead.
Verse 25. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
Right. Like it said, we read earlier. In 2nd Ezra, it said they had received benefits. And they received the time of repentance, and they had liberty to do what they wanted to do. That's why I said the other day, I said, what is worse? I said, back in those days with the law, you get punished right out, or now that you got liberty? Because now, all this liberty, what are they doing with it? They crapping it off, man. They're taking it for granted.
That's what kills you, though.
Yeah.
Liberty is what gets you into the torment and the anguish.
Yeah.
The pain.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Go ahead.
And likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And beside all this, between us.
Why? Because when it says Lazarus evil things, because we are Lazarus. We caught hell. We is in the ghettos, in the slums, in punishment, in vexation, in spirit, in being laughed on, in being mocked, in being nothing. Right? But it's our time to shine. Why go back to that? Go ahead.
But now he is comforted and thou art tormented.
Right?
And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
Because there's a separation. There's a separation between this spiritual realm. You can see it, but you can't get through. Go ahead.
So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot.
Right, now hold that. We're going to jump back to the Josephus. Same page,
813. For a chaos deep and large is fixed between them. Inasmuch that a just man that hath compassion upon them cannot be admitted.
Right. Wow.
Nor can one that is unjust, if he were bold enough to attempt it, pass over it.
Ooh.
So even a just man couldn't go over it.
Let me see this right here, because, oh, man.
Me?
Yeah.
This says, For a chaos deep and large is fixed between them. So it was talking about that deep gulf, like in Lazarus. It says, inasmuch that a just man that hath compassion upon them cannot be admitted. So if a just man that he had compassion upon the wicked,
and he wanted to go over,
wanted to bring them water.
What's that Robin Williams movie where he went to go get his wife? It's y'all. Huh?
What dreams may
what
come.
Dreams may come. Anyway,
is that what it is?
Yeah, what dreams may come. He goes to get his wife. He goes to the land of the dead. Yeah, you can't. It ain't gonna be none of that. It ain't gonna be none of that, man. Go back. Right. This is 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, 7 verse 47. It says here, for what profit is it for men now that in this present time to live in heaviness and after death to look for punishment? Just show, man, that, what's the profit? Meaning, what is worth it? For to go catch all this hell, get your Walmart job, get your Target job, get your job with Esau, whatever you want to work, and to be like, that's it. That's what life is. Just a job. Just money. Just selling weed. Just selling dope. Just bending over for the rap game. Right? Yeah, all I got to do, man, I just give up a little shoot, I can make it to the top. I just got to be down with death row. Right? Yeah, they give up the shoot to be down with death row. Right? But is it worth it? Hell no. Y'all supposed to say hell nah. Go ahead, read on. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
Right.
So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot.
Go ahead.
Neither can they pass to us.
Right.
That would come from thence.
Right.
Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment.
Right. So now he want to go back, and now he want to get spiritual now.
Right.
It was too late for that.
Help my brothers out.
Yeah. Let me go back and tell my rib. Let me go tell the brothers now. It's too late for that. You were supposed to do that when you were alive.
It's real.
Go to Mark 9, verse 43 and 44. Mark 9, verse 43 and 44, and then we're going to end it on that.
Mark chapter 9 and verse 44.
43 and 44.
Time. Mark chapter 9 and verse 43. And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off.
Right.
It is better for thee to enter into life maimed.
Right. It's better thee to enter into the kingdom maimed. Go read up a little bit. Let's get to it. Read up a little bit so we can understand what the point is here. Go ahead.
Verse 38.
Go ahead.
And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name.
Right.
And he followed us not.
Right.
And we forbade him because he followed not us.
Go ahead.
But Yahushua said, forbid him not.
Right.
For there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me.
Go ahead.
For he that is not against us is on our part.
Go ahead.
For whosoever shall give a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Christ, verily I say unto you.
You jumped up too high.
Okay.
Go ahead, jump down.
Verse 42.
42 then.
And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck.
Right.
And he were cast into the sea.
Go ahead.
And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off.
If thy what?
If thy hand offend thee, cut it off.
Right. Meaning when it comes down to this work, to this truth, if there's something that's holding you back, cut it off. The scriptures say every man shall seek out his own soul salvation. If you got something holding you back from your duty and your service to the Most High, cut it off. It's better for you to enter the kingdom maimed without that. And look how severe that he said. He said your arm. He's like, if that's your bother or your hindrance, you better chop that boy off. Go ahead.
It is better for thee to enter into life maimed than having 2 hands to go into hell.
Right.
Into the fire that never shall be quenched.
The fire that what?
Never shall be quenched.
Go ahead.
Where their worms dieth not.
You know what that means. That is not the... And we're going to touch this again. That was just a prelude to us going over showing you that the ground or the fire they got burning over there in Jerusalem or wherever they called Gehenna, that's not hell. That fire is quenched. This fire never is quenched. Why? Because it's spiritual. So, all right, that's it on that. Y'all got any questions? I know it was a lot. It was a lot. We went over the physical. It was a lot. So, I know it was a lot. Y'all stuck in there. Anybody online got any questions on that? I see a few of y'all. 30 of y'all, 29 of y'all still in there. Go ahead. What's that?
It was just Sister Dorothy Branch. She
Yeah.
asked, did Yahweh Shai descend into hell after his death? And did he free souls from hell?
That's what it said. It said that. If it said that, it said that. Where are the souls at? They're not in the ground. They're before the Most High. So what it's saying is, yeah, he did free certain spirits. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 5:8.
Is that it? Go ahead. 1 Corinthians 5 and 8.
5 and 8.
All right.
Corinthians?
No.
To be absent from the body, to be present with the Most High.
That's
it's not 5. It's incorrect. It's either 2
Let's find it. Yeah.
You say absent with the body and present with the Lord?
And you was talking about with the last scripture though. What was she saying?
Talking about, like, you know, about the song or whatever.
Right. Yeah, but she was kind of asking along the lines, is it true though? She was asking along the lines, is it true? And what she's quoting, yeah, the scripture says that. You know, so, I mean, we can still get that one you're talking about, see if it goes with it. But, yeah, sis, the sister that's asking the question, yeah, it is true. That's what the scripture says. So, what's the reason to deny it, right? What else? What else we got on there?
That was it.
That was it? All right, we'll give y'all a few seconds, man, to remember those key scriptures. Because you're going to get that, there's not a hell. Well, if there's not a hell, then where's the suffering after death? Where is the soul can be tormented? Where's the fire that never quenched? So, keep that in mind. And then, Lazarus in Abraham's bosom. What was that? Christ's drunken rant? No. That was Christ letting you know there's punishment. I mean, that's how cats think. I mean, if you're going to deny his parable, then you're like, that's madness. That's madness. You have to deny all his parables. So, just giving y'all a little ammo with that. All right, so we give a few seconds.
Someone did ask a question, but it was off the topic.
It was off the topic?
It was
what was it?
They asked, is it right for an individual to have a baby with one's cousins to preserve riches and assets?
One's cousins? The law, you can't marry your first cousin. I think you can't marry your second cousin, right? Your third you can. We can look it up in the scriptures. This is off the subject of the hell. All right. Let's get it in the Torah. Let's get the law, because yeah.
I had a question about that too. We were talking about that in the barbershop the other day.
Uh-huh.
I was talking about the Hamite that was good as hell.
Yeah.
So he married a chick who was from his mother's tribe. Then we had brought up about Jacob. Remember how Jacob went to Laban?
Yeah.
His mother's brother married.
Yeah.
From the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that would be considered first cousin, right?
Oh yeah, she was, but that's before the law. But then he came back and gave the law. In the law of Moses, he was like, stop that. So yeah, we was marrying close relatives in those times. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. And then when Moses came, he stopped that. So he's looking it up now. But yeah, you can't, no first cousins no more. No second cousins. But I think it's like third removed maybe. You know, yeah.
But that's only on with the father side though, right? Because on the mother side, there's like a whole different bloodline, right?
No, it goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. You got it?
I'm looking.
Let us.
It's 21.
Is it what?
It's 21?
Yeah.
I'm in 18.
It's
okay. Oh, yeah.
Leviticus what? This is off the subject, y'all, but it's a question still. Leviticus 21 and what? While they're looking that up, I'm going to say again, the water brothers and sisters, everybody, man, that committed to that vow, really, the water. We appreciate that. And if we didn't go over questions today, we're going to come back and we're going to go over the questions Wednesday. All right? So what is it? Leviticus what?
It's 18. We just got to find the...
You got to find the actual scripture. What's up, sis?
Someone's asking a question on the topic. I know you said this earlier, but they said, are all the parables of hell true or literal? They just asked this question.
Yeah, all these parables that the Most High gave us were parables symbolic, what was going to relate to something that pertained to us. So yeah, they were true. They were going to show you there was one thing that was going to resemble the next. So the parable of the virgins, yeah, the 5 wise and 5 foolish, he was preparing us for the future that there's going to be Israelite virgins that are wise and Israelite virgins that are foolish. But the point was to prevent you from being the foolish. Right? When he said there was a king that bid to the marriage, right? He went and bid people and got them prepared for the marriage, and they were supposed to have their white robes. That's Israelites in the kingdom. When the parable, he told the parable of yeah, I just had it. It was another one. It was of course the parable of Lazarus, but there's another parable he gave. Oh, of the seed and the sower. That's us. It says it goes down in the parable and tells you that's the children of the kingdom. So yeah, all these parables pertain to either something he's warning us for the future or something that had happened. Yeah.
I was going to say about the rich man that said that he'd been from his youth up doing all the laws and statutes and commandments.
Right, all those parables that happens daily. The parable of the guy that came up and was like, yeah, I keep the commandments daily. Yeah, but okay, stop what you're doing and come follow me. Oh, I'm going to go away sad. That's all those parables were things that were going to happen, came to pass, you know, or were going to happen in the future. And it was supposed to be, obviously, everything biblically is preventive. You know, he's telling us we're wicked in the scriptures, not to be wicked, but to prevent us from being wicked. So we got to look at it that way. Yes, 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 yes. Those parables were on point. And to be considered and to be looked at. Right. You can't find it? It's in there.
It's probably not.
It's in there. You're not in the right place. Listen, we will. I'll come Wednesday. I'll come Wednesday and we'll go over it. We can't find it right now. It's 10:16. And like I said, we're not running nowhere. You know us, so be here. Come back Wednesday and we'll go over it. All right. They just can't find the scripture right now, or we can't find it. All right. So we get it and then we'll come back and I'll go over it Wednesday. All right. Any other? Okay. All right. Well, everybody in class, salute them online. Say shalom. Shalom. We'll see y'all Wednesday. We appreciate y'all, brothers and sisters online. All right. Yeah, it's in there. It tells you. Yeah, you probably in the wrong. We'll find it.